Welcome all to the world of Arklands. I am your DM tonight. My name is Amy, and we will be doing a one-shot I have written several months ago, and just finished today. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, that sounds right. Well, I mean, guess what? I made my character and don't know anything about him. So all I know is that he's French.
Tonight is a night of fun and probably lots and lots of chaos, low stakes, and we've got with us Noah, Will, and Trey as our players, and there's no intro tonight, so we're just going to jump right in.
Alright, cool.
If everyone's ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I suppose.
So, you three have been traveling together for quite some time. Noah's character.
My name is Lemon Pepper. I am a little French gnome rogue. Let me see. I don't think there's anything else that I need to tell you. He's just very chaotic, so we'll find out what he is like.
Okay.
But yeah.
I am Fig. Glorious inventor, brilliant mastermind.
Wonderful. The two of you have traveled from far away, most likely someplace in, what's that country called?
Eris.
Eris, thank you.
Ah, yes.
It's been a long day. Traveling up and around and making a brief stop in Usona, where you met Trey's character, known as Boy.
Your friendly companion, a golden retriever.
Glorious.
I'm sorry. So there's two gnomes and a golden retriever?
Who, in theory, you can ride because he is a medium creature and you both are small.
This is the greatest moment of my life. Sorry, babe.
I was utterly unprepared for this.
Hey.
Do you have a talking caller like Doug?
You can just talk.
Oh, understood.
Every once in a while, when you speak, it reminds me that you are just very strange. You're a good boy. Pat his head.
Good boy.
Nice doggy.
That's why his name is Boy.
I see. Well, this will be very interesting because I think only you and I are going to be able to really interact with people.
So, the three of you
Oh boy.
made your way through Usona and thought, it's time for a little party. And approaching the beginning of summer,
I'm sorry, a little party?
Oh dear.
you decided
None of us is taller than 3 feet.
you decided to make your way to the country of Kyñavel for the Fesival De La Luz, or the Festival of Lights, an annual celebration throughout the country to commemorate the first day of summer. It's a beautiful time. You've heard many great things about it, and you thought, yeah, let's sail across the ocean and go to this festival. So, you made your way over to Kyñavel, traveling through the mountains, making your way to the city of Brianta. I think that's how I say it. Yeah, Brianta. Where the country's biggest festival of lights is.
Sorry, I didn't realize that your phone is not on.
My phone is not on mute. Thank you, Noah, for telling me to move my mic closer.
What is that noise?
Sorry.
I was trying to not be obvious
Interrupting
about it,
the
but it's a
narrating.
little late
I
now.
will mute my phone. There we go.
Oh, I got her attention.
It's fine. Thank you.
Mhm.
So you've made your way
Downtown.
into the
Making my way
mountains
down.
towards the city for this festival.
As we're walking through the snow-covered terrain, Boy does have these like little booties on,
Oh my god.
as well as a small like cape type thing with a tiny hood.
I
around
love
his
that.
neck.
That's so cute.
Minion! Clear the path in front of us, please. And you see a metalwork dog spring off my back and start clearing snow in front of us.
Sorry, what was your dog's
Amazing.
name?
Minion.
Minion.
Amazing. Right. Megamind. I forgot.
I love that.
So you're making your way southeast,
Making my way down. Walking down.
and as you traveled through these mountains, a very large snowstorm swept through. A wonderful late spring snowstorm in the country of Kyñavel. And you decided to take shelter with a small family of dwarven brothers who had a little mining shack nestled into the side of the mountains, and they graciously took you in the night, gave you shelter from the storm, with plans for all 6 of you to head out to the city in the morning.
How quaint.
Yes. It's very small. It's like maybe 30-foot square. So there's barely enough. Well, with the 2 of you being small creatures, there's plenty of space, but you do end up sleeping on the floor, probably cuddled against Boy.
So, tell
Fluffy
me,
radiator.
tell me, Lemon, how is it that you convinced me to go to this Festival of Lights?
Because you are extremely gullible. And because I wanted to see it, so.
And then how is it we got this thing? He's speaking over Boy at this point. To follow us.
You see, that one I do not know.
You're friendly.
We are
I
also
blame you.
extraordinarily dumb, so...
Me too.
You know what?
Shoot.
That checks out. At least I can appreciate the honesty. Achoo! Bless you.
Minion does not have fur. We were fine with just Minion.
Look, how did I know that you are going to be allergic to a dog? I mean...
I'm going to bed.
Okay.
Suit yourself.
So the 3 of you settle in for the night.
I've been in a 1-star hotel that is better than this garbage dump.
Lemon, if you're going to
It's
insult
cozy.
our hosts, do it quietly.
I've been in... Is it too
Boy.
too loud? I've been in a 1-star hotel that is better than this.
Sit
But I thank you
on
anyway.
the fruit.
Just saying. I just
The-
feel.
One
On
of
the
the
gnome.
dwarves kind of just looks at you and
Boy full on like tackle. He's been given an instruction. He's
I
following.
see the benefit of the furry allergy-inducing dog now, Lemon.
Lemon is going to like pet and cuddle Boy. Yes.
Just
you are lucky
thump,
we like
thump,
your
thump
dog.
with the tail.
Yes, everybody loves the dog.
He is
It is hard to
good boy.
disagree with.
He is a great distraction.
Muy bien.
I don't know what that means.
So, dwarvish. Very good.
Ah.
Do I speak Dwarvish? No, I did not.
Yes. So the 3 of you settle in for the night in your little corner of the homestead. And shortly later, about 8 hours later, awaken to the smell of spiced meats and the lovely sounds of equipment being sharpened outside and getting ready for the day.
I love the smell of lower class establishments in the morning.
I was going to say that first. Thank you very much. Ooh,
Yes.
is someone
I said
sharpening
it for
something
you.
outside?
And one of the dwarves, Ricardo, walks up to you and says, buenos dias, mis amigos.
You're gonna have to start over and speak standard, please.
Good morning, my friends.
Thank you.
Oh,
Much appreciated.
I've prepared a small
quick bond?
breakfast for you all. And he sets down
It's part of
3 plates, one that is predominantly meats and bacon for Boy, and
Immediately starts slobbering.
actually it's pretty much all the same except you guys have some very nice homemade bread with your meal as well.
breed. I
I-
do love a good slice of breed in the morning.
Forgive me, I noticed that you carry weapons on you.
indeed, we do.
Oh, these aren't weapons. These are instruments of my imagination.
You are...
They seem to be active in my imagination too, because I can apparently see them.
I said instruments of my imagination, so I do with them what I wish.
Oh, okay.
Mostly they're
Did
weapons.
instruments?
I do. The ones that, and one of them is outside. Go see it.
Runs out.
runs out.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's kind of like how you got me to go on this Festival of Lights
This
thing.
is
isn't it?
exactly how it was
yes,
like when I
okay.
got you to go to the Festival of Lights.
well,
It was perfect.
you are capable adventurers and fighters or otherwise.
I'm capable of
Fight?
many things, yes.
Boy runs in with the biggest stick he could find.
See,
It's not a stick that you bring back. It is a giant great axe.
Runs in.
Just
in
it is
his
completely
teeth.
lopsided.
No! Boy, put it down! Put it down!
Here.
Thank you.
And then Ricardo leans down and picks
thought
up and
your
kind of
instrument-
hefts it up over his shoulder and says,
that.
"Thank you, boy. Thank you." Anyway, I was wondering if you might not mind helping my
I hate that.
my brothers and I.
Oh, we can help.
We have a small problem.
Uh-huh.
You see,
Well, you're very poor, so you probably have a lot of problems.
This is probably true.
We can help.
Who made
we
the mutt, the
I
spokesperson
I
of
don't
this
know why
group?
is he the leader of
Boy.
our group?
we
Sit.
typically
I am sitting.
work in a mine that is a little bit closer to here, but we've had to shift our work to one that's a little bit further off because of a pest problem, if you will.
What kind of pests are we talking about? Are we talking about like roaches? Because I don't do roaches.
It's-
Like if it's like, let's say it's like the spirits of the undead. I mean, so that's like you need a cleric for that, and we don't do that. If it's something physical that I can slash, stab, or what else can we do? Smash and bite. You
Bite.
can bite. I'm not biting. If it's one of those things, we can possibly do it for money.
It is a small clan of kobolds that have
Oh, those are possible.
taken over the mine and
No,
stolen our tools and supplies, and well, Ernesto was in charge of bringing in the gunpowder last night before the storm, and the gunpowder we used to light the fireworks at the Festival De La Luz, and the kobolds, we believe, have taken it into their mine. And without the gunpowder, there are no fireworks, and without the fireworks, the festival is, nah.
I would like to real quick. This is gunpowder, which means it is not to be mixed with fire. Correct.
Correct.
This is good for us to know because we should not bring torches or things like that. It might be good for us to be very careful if we do this.
I'm always careful.
Mm,
But
I've
something
seen
tells me we're going to be helping these people because messes up the Festival De La Luz.
We probably will, because I have come all this way and through all this snow that I do not like.
Are you
And
holding
I'm-
any items in your hand?
We will possibly be willing to do this.
Yes, and we can
Yes, he has like a
Yeah.
wrench or something.
Boy comes over and like does the full like stand up and lean against and just licks the wrench and it starts glowing.
Oh!
No torch! Light!
that is
That is a neat trick.
that is very good.
What
Good.
happens if you lick him? Can you make him glow?
Already just
Dexterity
slobbering.
Yeah, make a dexterity make a dexterity saving throw.
Sweet. So that's a 17.
What? You can't add.
What's your spell save
dexterity.
DC?
That's
18?
Your saving throw.
oh, saving throw. Yes, I was looking at the modifier. 18.
18 is
You
is my
just
DC.
barely managed to whoop, as his tongue just misses you.
Sit while a sick minion on you.
You can fly!
Yes, go fetch the wrench.
Runs after it.
All right.
Any other details?
Well, these kobolds, as I said, are annoying. They've, in addition to stealing much of our equipment and supplies, have likely set traps and such throughout the mine.
That's okay. We are very good at avoiding traps.
They are
I'm willing to take them.
not aggressive necessarily, just... Well, we actually don't know if they're that aggressive. We had to excavate or evacuate the mine.
Sorry, I thought you were about to say execute, and I thought that was going a very different direction.
No. But, and you had mentioned a payment. We don't have a lot of gold, but we do have many precious metals.
That's alright, I have
gems,
a lot of gold that doesn't belong to me, so it's fine.
and we can also set you up with prime seats at the festival. Front row seats
Well,
for the fireworks. The best seats in the house.
See, I told you it's going to be worth it.
Yes, you did.
As
tell
well
me
as
it
possibly
was,
some extra fireworks and sparklers and
Okay, I have a proposition, alright? Because I like when things explode. What if I got to set off some of these fireworks? It's part of the deal.
make a persuasion check.
Multiple times during the conversation, boys come back with the wrench.
Just
And then
keep
run
playing.
out after it, yep.
That tracks.
Confound it.
Why?
How does this
Why
work?
did I make
Stay away.
deception the one?
8. And as you're talking about,
Can I help?
Fig pulls out his pistol and is like, "I would love to shoot one in this," and that's part of the reason why it's so low.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
It will be lots of fun. Come on.
I will say
I-
make it with advantage.
okay.
I feel like I have like yellow dice I should be using for him.
That's
That's
not
better. It's 13.
What race or class are you?
I'm a rogue.
You're
Unfortunately, the fireworks have to be set off in a way that is controlled and predictable. And what we have found in the past is that untrained individuals...
trained. He makes things go boom all the time.
Well, when I am able to, it's very hard to get the
We
resources.
might be able to set you up with a small one that you can set off on the side.
I feel like you are insulting my height with this, making it small. But
please.
Here's what we do.
You're actually only about...
like a foot shorter, I think.
Yeah, you're about a foot, maybe 6 inches at the most, actually. Shorter than this dwarf. All three of them, you've noticed, are fairly short and less stocky for typical dwarves. I mean, you haven't met a whole lot. But they seem well trimmed for most dwarves. Only about 3.5, 4 feet tall.
Let me make a counter offer. Okay. You let me do this, or I don't help you.
Make an intimidation check. With disadvantage.
Alright, I don't even know if I should bother rerolling. That was a 2.
Fig's just like,
So yeah, that's a 4.
We help.
Well,
as
Things will help your negotiations.
as astounding as I am by this own conclusion I've come to for myself, I agree with the dog.
if you
You guys are
unfortunately
no fun.
We will take your offer for the explosions. I do believe that will go very well.
yes.
We will enjoy that.
And as I said, we can offer you precious metals,
Yes.
We shall think it over.
and such. But
Just give us something that is valuable.
yes, if you would not mind following me, I shall bring you to the entrance of the mine, and as I said, it's be careful as you go.
Please, we are never careful.
Right?
Amazing.
Purposefully. So, I might add.
Is Lemon carrying anything?
I mean, I have.
Fig
lots
keeps
of
throwing the
things.
wrench away.
I have. Let's see. What do I have on my person? I have a rapier, a short sword,
Short sword?
short sword,
Short sword?
short sword.
Yeah, no. Boy would just go up and give your rapier the same treatment as the wrench.
Fantastic. Can you do it to the other one? Perfect. Now I can
Actually,
Fig is
as he
poison
does
with
it to
this dog slobber.
as he does it to the other one, the first one goes out. I believe that's how light works. You can only have one thing at a time.
Oh, if you guessed it, or
Fig is going to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like,
We follow the
grab
instruction.
your muzzle and look at your tongue like, how did you not cut yourself?
Okay, that's like good. Lick the rapier again. It goes on. Thank you.
No. He's like, he leans away, he's like, ooh, your breast stinks.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
They're just-
Fetch the
It's-
wrench.
They're just glowing.
the wrench is
on
no
your
longer
back.
glowing, but he fetches it regardless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ricardo leads the three of you over to the entrance of the mine. You can see the other two dwarves out front, kind of sharpening. They're not pickaxes; they're actually sharpening climbing equipment and spikes for the bottom of their boots and things that will help them make the trek over the mountain to get to the city. It's about half a day's journey from the mine. So Ricardo tells you if you are able to make it out and to the city before nightfall, that is most ideal. It should not take you too long.
Have you seen our tiny little legs?
We
It'll
ima-
take us ages.
The mine is not
Boy, can we
terribly
ride you?
large, but we do believe,
can we ride?
since the kobolds likely saw the gunpowder as valuable, they took it deep into the mine, probably to their nest. So,
We find
do be careful and move quickly. But you should have, kind of looks at the sky and 10 hours or so from now before it gets dark. Or 14 hours, actually, I would say, because it's fairly early. It's about 6 a.m.
For Will's reference, what was the name of the town again?
Brianta. Brillanta.
Yeah, don't expect us to remember anything. I've forgotten 90% of what has happened.
That's
already.
fine.
Okay. Thank you.
We're on our way to
my-
the festival, and we need to retrieve gunpowder from the kobolds.
Yes.
Yes.
That's about all I know.
Thank you for that information, my slightly taller than me dwarves. We will meet you at Briante momentarily.
All right. Good luck.
All right,
And-
let's Go.
He unlocks the front of the mine door, which you can see it doesn't look to be in the best condition. Like, you can see there's like a little hole cut out kind of at the bottom where it looks like it was broken or something, and that's how you imagine the kobolds kind of got in and out.
Once the doors are open, Fickle will, wait! Take the wrench and throw it into the mine.
Runs after it.
You enter a room that is pretty square. It's about 20 by 25 feet. There are two large double doors that you entered from. And on your left is another small wooden door that... what's your passive perception?
11.
Hold on. There are lots of things for
Oh,
me
you're
to-
not in there yet. It's 11. Yeah, you can see it. There's another little kind of cut out door. There's enough light in this room just from the sunlight kind of coming in. And there's a couple sconces with unlit torches hanging up. And directly across from you is another wooden door. Or actually a half gate that you can see that kind of looks like there's an elevator on the other side of it.
Boy just barks, and the torches light.
Lemon Pepper steps into the room and goes, I would be very careful with that because we don't know which rooms will have the gunpowder.
Yes, if you bark and then I blow up,
Okay,
We'll
I
have
don't
issues.
know which rooms have the gunpowder, so it makes me very anxious when I all of a sudden see fire in this place where we are not supposed to have fire.
when we throw the wrench, make sure there's no gunpowder before you bark. Understandable.
Okay, all right, I can.
Throws it further down.
Make a dexterity check.
Ooh,
Just general.
14.
Alright. You toss it and it goes over the little half gate and just lands in the elevator type mechanism.
Yeah, boy's
that's
just
at the
gonna
back of the
try
room.
and jump the gate.
Alright. Make an acrobatics check.
Could I athletics?
Sure.
Cool.
We accept that.
17.
Yeah. Very easily you just jump right over the gate. And just and as you land
back
in
over
the
with the
okay. I was like, as you land in the elevator, it kind of wiggles just a little bit.
And then
stops.
jumps over.
Yeah.
Fascinating. I always wanted to ride on one of these.
Ricardo says, be careful. I'm going to close this just to be safe. But we will see you in the city. Be careful. And he closes the doors and
Yes, bye-bye.
walks away.
All right. So, how do we get the elevator to go down?
That is a good question. I thought between the two of us, you are all supposed to be the one that knows technology and things like that.
That's true. Wrench. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Make
Disgusting.
just a general perception check.
Can I do investigation?
Sure.
Oh, it's over here.
I'm gonna pull out the rapier that's
19.
lit.
There is a very large lever on the floor right next to the elevator.
You see the gnome walk. Fascinating. And he's literally as tall as the lever. It's like...
And you pull it and the gate swings open and you can see a couple gears at the top start kind of turning very slowly. As things kind of click into place, and then you see a little blue glow start emanating from inside the elevator.
Look at this, it's magic.
No, it is science. Watch. And he will go inside, and it's the blue pulsing thing on a button.
Yeah, it's like a little, it's like a half button, half lever. It's like one of those little like switches, but there's a little blue glow, like someone had put the light spell on it.
That's a little bit of magic. Come. We shall go into the mine. And he hits the button.
All right, you
Wait! has to run and jump in.
You click the switch down, and you can see from the outside the lever shifts back, and the whole thing starts.
I want you to know that if
He's
we die
going
here,
slowly as he rises up.
Yeah.
Amazing.
if we die here, I want you to know that I am extraordinarily pissed at you for making me die on such.
You'll die.
I love this vacation right now. I love the elevators. Or however you pronounce them.
I believe it is pronounced elevator.
I'm not French, so I pronounce it elevator.
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 Movie floor.
Moving floor.
Moving floor.
You all have this
Going
discussion
down.
as the elevator descends from. Make a general intelligence check, any of you.
Oh, yes. I shall gladly do that. 17.
14.
I'm sorry, I have to be mad at Kira. What check am I making?
And just
Intelligence.
general intelligence.
Oh, general intelligence? I don't think I have any intelligence. Yeah, okay, 15.
Yeah. All of you guess you're descending at a. By the time you reach the bottom, you look up and you're like, that's about 60, 70 something feet. Not fun to just fall down. Hence the gates. But the
Mine just...
gate opens in front of you as the elevator
use
hits
my
the
mind
bottom.
on
You can
the
see there's another large lever that clicks as the elevator locks into place. The gate opens, and there is a very small room, 20 by 10, 20 by 15 maybe, and there's 2 more torches mounted on the sides that are unlit, but there is enough light coming from the elevator shaft that you can see pretty well in this room.
I also have my rapier out.
Okay,
Boy,
yeah,
speak.
that gives enough light to illuminate the entire room.
Speak.
Yeah.
do the wolf thing.
Oh! Any torches? Yeah.
Torches light up. All
very
right.
good.
Is that thaumaturgy?
Prestidigitation.
That tracks.
You know,
What's everyone's passive perceptions again?
11.
14. 9.
All right. Yeah. So the elevator opens to a small room, and you can see about 10 feet ahead of you is a path that is fairly wide that curves to the left and looks like it goes down a wide set of stairs.
Wait just a moment, boys. He's going to see, he has goggles, and he's going to put them on, safety first, and then chucks the wrench.
Runs after it.
Lemon Pepper is going to put a hand on your shoulder. My friend, you are the most intelligent dumbass I've ever met.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Make a general dexterity check.
12.
Wrench goes only about 6 feet or so. Just kind of lands like halfway down the stairs.
12? You got a weak arm, man!
It's a decently heavy wrench. It
was
just
gonna
kind of boom, boom, boom down the stairs.
Big wrench for a little gnome.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
And you can see now the stairs are kind of a combination of wood and more natural stone and a little bit of like steel reinforcements here and there. But they also have tracks along the sides of them, presumably for pushing and pulling carts up and down the stairs. So you're not pulling it up. It has a separate track for the carts.
I would love to see how they made this. The odious little creatures.
I'm gonna just put nose to the ground to see if I can like smell any remnants of gunpowder or kobolds or.
Sure. Go ahead and make
yes.
a
Good boy. Do that.
survival check.
That's an 11. However, if an 11 does not succeed, I can spend a sorcery point to reroll.
I will say that you're probably not going to find any remnants of the gunpowder out here.
Fair.
But yeah, there you get a slightly whiff, but it's hard to smell really anything down here because the air just in general is fairly stale, and it just smells like a mine. And how familiar would you be with kobolds?
Disgusting.
Probably not.
Can I make a check?
Yeah, sure. Make a general nature check or history.
It's the same. 12.
You're not super familiar with kobolds. You may have encountered one or two, but it's hard to tell. Not enough to be able to distinguish their scent from anything else in here. But as the three of you descend the first set of stairs, you notice on your left is a small alcove, and on your right is a wooden door. And the stairs kind of level out into a little platform and then continue going down further ahead. But there's a wooden door on your right and a very small alcove on your left.
Hey, boy. He's going to open the door, throw the wrench in.
At this point, Boy will have recast light on the wrench so that he can see where it's thrown.
Go get it.
You go to open the door and it's locked.
Oh. One moment. I've got this.
After you, my fruit friend.
Let the mastermind do his thing, and I'm gonna pick the lock.
All right, go ahead and make a general thieves tools check.
All right, cool. Is that my slide?
That's your you're proficient with thieves tools, so it's your dex and proficiency bonus.
And if you have expertise.
Unless you took expertise in thieves tools specifically.
I don't think so. I don't remember. I don't know the character.
All right.
So yeah. Well.
So dex and proficiency.
Okay, dex and proficiency. Well, proficiency is +5,
yeah.
So, and my dex is +5, so that's 10. I just wanted it to be sleight of hand because that's 15.
Beautiful.
Oh, no. What's? I don't have advantage on this, right?
I will allow you to do sleight of hand.
Okay, cool. 23.
Don't you have reliable talent?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, because anything lower than a 10 is treated as 10.
Yeah.
So 25.
25. All right.
Thanks, bro.
It's one of my favorite abilities in the whole game.
So
Reliable talent.
the door opens, and do you walk in?
I will peek my head inside and see what I can see.
As the door opens, you hear a small click.
Run.
What?
And
Run!
do you run into the room?
No, out. Away.
All right, make a dexterity saving throw.
Boy
All of
runs
us?
into the room.
Yeah, you hear what, and I throw the wrench into the room.
Yeah, that's a 4 on a wisdom check for me.
You run.
Boy sprints into the room.
You sprint into the room. Okay.
And like you see,
And what did you
big
get?
I
bodily
got a 15.
15.
barricade himself
All right.
against the door.
So as Boy sprints underneath your legs, you
I like to think he like
tip
goes up a little bit.
backwards, and as the two of you kind of push partway into the threshold of this room, a bucket filled with this white liquid dumps onto landing mostly on Boy as he goes into the room, uncaring about surroundings and his environment. And you get a little bit like on your pant leg or something like that. And it's just, you've kind of reached down, it's like sticky. And shortly after that first bucket falls, a second
feathers.
falls that is a bucket of feathers.
Yep. They're trying to tar and feather us.
That just lands covering Boy in feathers.
That does happen. However, shortly after that happens, Boy does what a dog would do, and
And
Fig
it
approaches
just,
is like, that went well.
and just all of it
Make another dexterity saving throw.
And if it helps, I'm also going to use prestidigitation to clean myself.
23. You manage to avoid getting whatever this sticky white substance and feathers are on you. You try prestidigitation, and it doesn't come off. It stays. Like, it's just, this is like kind of dripping down your fur a little bit, but after 30 seconds or so, it starts to get like tacky. And the feathers just stay.
Is this different than
chicken
just
now.
glue?
I hope
Possibly.
are not
You don't know.
allowed
Make an
to
Arcana check.
build.
Terribly.
Okay.
I'm going to
Or
die.
just
Rest in
general
peace, my
intelligence.
Same. 8.
I
No
will bury
idea.
you with this
You do not know what this is.
I would expect nothing.
It
less,
feels
good
like
friend.
glue. Yeah.
You see Fig walk up. What a strange substance.
Are you,
Don't step in it.
you do not have to tell me to avoid it.
Good boy.
Boys, just going to go up to the wall and just like
No, I would not.
scraping, trying to scrape it off.
You're trying.
Back to the wall.
Your fur starts to get stuck to the wall, and it like hurts to like pull away.
Well, that is unfortunate, my furry friend. Let me see if good old Fig can help you.
Yes, you try to do that. I'm going to see what else is in this room. What else is in the room?
So it's a fairly large room. There are 3 stone pillars, 2 kind of towards the back part of the room, where you can see 3 beds and 2 wooden doors on either side of them. And there's another one kind of closer to the center of the room. And along the right wall is another door. Looks to be just plain wood, simple. Kind of creates this... Almost it looks like there's a man-made closet. It's kind of just stuck there. Just wood and stone and steel bars kind of slapped up. And there are some barrels and boxes and tools strewn about, but all the barrels and boxes look broken into, rifled through. Along the left wall is 2 long desks, and 2 chairs sitting in front of either of them. The desks are strewn with papers and a couple of vials and some bowls just set up there. But you don't see a whole lot else.
I'm going to check out one of the doors, and with a passive investigation of 20, do I notice any traps?
Passive investigation of 20.
Yes.
You go inspect. There is actually a 4th door along the left wall. As you kind of step further into the room, you can see, rather than being built out like the other 3 that kind of look like they're just closets that were put up, this one is built into the stone. But your investigation is high enough. You take a few minutes, and you don't see any traps. You carefully inspect each of the doors.
Cool. I'm going to open each one of them.
All right.
I'm here to loot. We're going to play this like Skyrim.
Which way do you start? Do you start from the right wall moving left, or from the left moving right?
What was the 4th door? It's farthest on the left?
The 4th door, so you walk into the room and straight ahead you can see 3 beds, and on either side of the beds you see 2 doors.
Okay, hold on. I should probably just clarify. The 4th door is the one I'd go to last.
Okay.
That's really all I care about.
Okay, that's fine. So we'll say
Open
you
the
start...
closet.
All right, you start with the one furthest to the right, and you open it up. It's just a fairly long storage closet with more
Drawing.
boxes, barrels, things. Could be some food storage in here, but any remnants of food are rotten, and everything looks rifled through. Make a perception check for me.
I'm going to
Not good
cast lesser restoration on boy to see if that removes.
The glue
Uh-huh.
doesn't do anything. And by this point, it is...
Okay.
The feathers aren't
too bad.
moving anymore. They're just stuck.
14.
And he's still stuck to the wall?
No. By the...
Oh, okay.
He is doing the dog thing though of like his back leg,
nothing's
like,
coming off.
It doesn't change. He's
doesn't
just sitting there
change.
trying.
I'm sorry, boy. It may be time for you to get a haircut.
We've only known you a couple days.
You've known him for a couple months.
That's what I meant.
Don't worry, I know.
What was your perception?
14.
14.
Potato, tomato, potato, tomato.
You hear... It's odd. As you're rifling through the stuff in the closet, you don't know if it's Boy scratching himself outside, but you feel like you hear, like, skittering.
There are rats here.
I do not like rats.
Disgusting
Boy,
creatures.
sick the rats.
And as you go to the other two closets as well, and it's pretty much the same thing. The next one over is a hole in the ground as well in the center of the room, and it is what you think it is. It is a hole for poop.
Thank you for clarifying.
You're welcome. I felt the need to. And the one next to that is a another smaller storage closet with more things that have been rifled through. Yeah. So you've got the fourth door, and then you've got the desks as well.
And where was the skittering of the rats coming from?
The first closet.
The first closet.
Yeah, Boy's just gonna go searching through there.
All right. You look around, make a perception check. Or investigation. I'll allow you investigation as well.
4.
4. Looks completely normal. Don't hear anything.
Oh wait. If we're using that stat block, I think I have advantage on perception checks.
You do have hearing or smell, I believe. Advantage.
Yeah, I'm trying to sniff them out.
Sniff them out?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, so roll with advantage.
Nice.
So it'd be perception rather than investigation.
It's a 5.
Yeah, you
We'll take
do
it.
not smell
Ooh,
anything.
flash of genius.
What does that do?
Let me check. I just remember Stacy using that when she was a officer.
I think it adds your intelligence modifier.
To a roll or something? Yeah.
Probably. Add 6.
So 11.
Don't hear anything.
Dang.
Don't smell anything other than old boxes and stone. But you've got the other door and then the desks.
I'm gonna go straight to that fourth door.
Fourth door. All right. You go to the door and opens up. Doesn't appear to be locked.
Well, I guess it doesn't appear to be locked if it opens up.
Yeah.
Bless you. What do I see past the door?
Going through the door, or just looking down the hallway, it looks to be another set of stairs that kind of go down this curved hall.
You know, I have the feeling that at the end of this, my calves are going to be so toned. You have to go down
It's a shame
so many
you are
steps.
too short for anyone to really see them.
Rude, but true.
We
I will
are what
accept
we
this.
are, my fruit friend.
All right.
Indeed, my also fruit friend.
Do the two of you, are you going down the stairs?
Oh, I'm gonna wait for them to come with me, but
Alright.
yeah.
Two of you want to do anything else in this room?
If I can't sniff anything, then
At
Yeah.
one point, Fig will walk up to the desk because there are like vials and stuff on it.
Yeah, there's a couple, The desk is strewn with some papers. Most of it looks to be written in Dwarvish. And there are 2 empty vials. A vial of this kind of sparkly looking oil, it seems like you pick it up and kind of tilt it every which way, shake it up, and it moves kind of like jello almost.
Fascinating.
Where it's like it's not quite liquid, but it's also very much not a solid.
Do you want to like make an Arcana check on that or something?
Nope. He's
There's
just like
it's like sparkles and there's like
Using a
tiny little like silver shards that look to be in it as you kind of move it and like hold it up to the light. There's a vial.
What happens if you drink it?
There's a
does
vial
not
with
a liquid.
a tiny
do
red
What happens if you eat
bead
it?
in it that occasionally expands and then shrinks back down again. And it just kind of keeps doing that.
Interesting but boring.
And then
Where
there's
is the as he's walking, he's like, where is the recipe for the sticky white substance?
there is a vial of there's a third vial there. This kind of just cloudy gray liquid. Just
Are you the secret ingredient? I'll find out later. He's
and
throwing
the
all the
secret
pages in
ingredient
Dwarvish
And you
away.
po-
Is crap.
make an investigation check.
Oh, bet. Get out the Zoe. 18.
That's fine. As you are kind of taking the pages and putting them in a bag, you look at them and you notice in like the margins there are scribbles that are in a different language than what the rest of the papers are written in. What
Are
languages
they-
do you speak?
Common and Gnomish.
Doesn't appear to be a language that you recognize, but is definitely not based on Dwarvish is typically written in runes.
Is it Celestial or Sylvan?
No.
Okay.
You kind of
He holds
look
up the boy like,
Yeah. You recognize this? No? Okay.
you are useless. And he throws
yeah.
the book behind him.
But do you pocket the papers anyway?
No, he'll throw the
No.
papers behind
Okay.
him.
And then there's a
Like a true dumbass.
bowl. There's 3 bowls on the table as well. There's a bowl of these kind of teal blue metal shards, it looks like. And a bowl with these remnants of a sticky black oil in it, just kind of like beads of it in the bottom. And then there's a bowl of that same sticky white substance that looks the same as what dropped on Boy. There's just a bowl of it.
Finally. Lemon!
Yes.
Do we need dog bowls for Boy?
I want to make an insight check on what that means. Yeah, that's not too bad.
Investigation for the other contents in the bowls.
All right,
That's a 12.
22.
22. This white stuff in the bowl is definitely the same thing as what fell on Boy. And if you want to make an Arcana check on that, you are welcome to.
Oh, bet. I got it.
Or Arcana, you can make an Arcana check for all the things you found if you want.
Okay. So 1. Ugh. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I'll do them in order. So
Okay.
the first one was a 19.
First one was a 19. Okay, you would recognize
16.
that
Lord!
as you are fairly experienced, not necessarily with weapons, but with technology in general. The first bottle that you pulled, you recognize to be a oil of sharpness.
Ah.
And what's the second one?
Second one is a 17.
17. This one you have a bit of a harder time with because you're familiar.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on, no. Was that one a 7 or a 1? Because it was here. Well,
I
actually,
don't
you know what?
remember.
For the fun of it, I forget what the
was a
second
1.
one was. We will go with a natural 1.
Natural one.
I completely forgot. It's
Weird, man. That second bottle that you just kind of like, oh, that's boring. Yeah, it's this just a clear liquid with like a red bead that just goes whoop, 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 and you have no idea.
It's like,
And you're
his desk
that's
toy he
weird.
has on the mayor's
Yes.
office. He's like,
You're like, oh, that's a cool desk toy.
yeah. And then the last one.
Yes.
Yes.
In typical dog fashion, boy, front feet on the table for the one that he skipped over. Just
All right. All right. You take the bottle.
Which one did I skip
and
over?
drinks
You
it.
drink it.
Oh yeah.
Which one did
no!
Which one did I skip over?
The
Feeding.
Oh,
Okay. Go ahead and look up the effects of a potion of diminution.
Diminution?
Yes.
This is the last check I'm very happy with was a 34.
34. You recognize, while it looks very plain, this is a bottle of oil of etherealness.
Oh.
Boy, after just
He's Lemon, your dog's doing something.
What did
And
you
just-
do?
shrinks till he's half the size.
little puppy!
Like the same effect of a reduce.
He's finally like owl sized.
You shrink to a small creature.
Yep.
He's like, I'm not talking to you. You
You're
drank
a
my desk toy.
miniature
Look at
golden
him.
retriever.
He is so very cute.
About the same size you were as a
Don't
puppy.
forget, he has the white stuff on him.
It's
Is it dried by this time?
dry. By this point, it's dry. It's not getting on your hands.
Okay.
He's very good. Look at him. He's so
Oh,
cute.
oh.
He's like a little brown dog.
Put Zemina dog down.
Yes.
Why?
All
You're
right, so
having me
make,
speak in the French accent. I'm not a friend of it. Look here. I
I'm
have.
not a friend of it.
No. That is what French does to me. And it pulls out the
He's
oil of
finally
sharp.
cracking.
Pull out the oil of sharpness. Look at this. Take it. It's for your rapiers.
yeah, look up oil of sharpness.
He says rapiers, like you say rapiers, because that's all he knew. That's the first time he heard it. So.
My rapier.
Your rapier.
Yeah.
It will make it stop talking like that. It'll make it very
This is
sharp.
not dark. I don't know. Oh, wait. But my rapier is already sharp. I take very good care of it.
We'll make it sharper.
Yes. What the voice in the heaven said. The one that's always talking to us.
Good?
Oh.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Uh,
Oh, it sounds
Go
like
ahead and
14.
make a history check.
Ooh. That is also that one.
This bowl of blue shards, you swear you've seen something like this before, but you have no idea what it is.
He takes the bowl and goes, dinner, and puts it down for boy.
Well done. It is not. Wait. No, I'm gonna try and grab it.
All right.
It was a 14 on wisdom. It's metal.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like
it's
Can I
Yeah.
make a history check?
yeah. Make a history check.
15.
Oh, bet.
You recognize this as what's that dwarvish
Dameron steel.
Dameron steel.
Oh yeah, this is
There's not a lot of it. It's just like
Is it valuable?
shards. Yeah.
Ooh. Here,
My
give me a
pocket.
pouch. I was gonna say, put it in a pouch. Put it in a pouch. Now, what is the black beads?
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana. Like that. 22.
22. That is a oil of slipperiness. There's not enough there to really do anything with.
Why did I make that my magic item? Now I got two of them.
There's not really enough there to do anything with that with.
Blew off of a dog.
I don't think so. That's not quite how it works.
What did you roll on Arcana?
22.
22.
much
Make
oil.
make an Arcana check for the last
down
bowl.
here. Ooh. Are they cooking?
25.
25.
Thank
You stare at it for a
being
while and you're
intelligent.
like, after a minute or so, the realization clicks in your head. You've only really heard about this stuff just in passing in the chaos that Lemon Pepper has dragged you into. This is sovereign glue.
How the hell did they get a bucket of sovereign glue?
No.
That's wonderful.
And with a 25, you kind of put the pieces together. the oil of slipperiness with sovereign glue, in order to get it to not stick to its container, the container has to be coated with oil of slipperiness. And the gray liquid, the oil of etherealness, is one of 3 things that can be used to get it off.
He goes, Eureka! I know how all of this is connected.
Please take inspiration for that.
Is it screen touchscreen?
It should be.
It's not.
Well, it most certainly is. Okay. Dump the bowl of oil on the dog to get the feathers off of him.
I'm gonna
Wait a minute.
real quick. Take a little bit of it to get what's on my pant leg off.
It does not work.
Wait, hold on. Etherealness was the
Vial.
Vial,
The oil.
sorry.
The gray, cloudy. The
He's
third
like,
vial.
oh,
Oil
sorry. I
slipperiness.
need that.
No, it's
You
not.
do this.
It's not that
okay.
one. It's not the one you gave him. It's the third one that you checked.
Yes. I'm going to give him the right vial. Oh, sorry. Not the bowl. Here's the vial.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm very confused. What am I doing?
Put that little bit on your pants.
Okay.
It'll come right off. That we know
like magic.
as the god's semen. Very sticky stuff.
As you put
I did not need to know. How do you know that?
You held the dog with it.
As you just take a little bit of the oil and just like kind of put it on your fingers, and your fingers kind of start to fade just a little bit, and you put it on your pants, and the corner of your pant leg just kind of fades out.
It will come back. He takes a
Well, to
vial.
be fair,
Yeah.
if my hands are only partially there, it would make pickpocketing much easier.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. He's going to take a
got
vial,
to
put it in the oil of slipperiness, drain it out, and then scoop him up some. Whatchamacallit?
Some goop.
Some of the sovereign glue.
Sovereign glue. Thank you.
All right. So you take. There are empty bottles. Do you put the oil of etherealness on
Yeah, you
I'm
put the
gonna-
On the
rest of it
dog.
on there. Yeah.
gonna
on
clean
boy?
it off.
All right. So you dump the oil of etherealness on him.
You have to rub it in.
Yeah.
All right.
He's your dog.
I hope that you will come back to us when this fades off. I hope it fades off.
Yeah. As he starts to rub the oil into your fur, the glue kind of like melts off and slips into the ethereal plane. But
Does bits of his fur
you
go with
remain.
Okay.
The glue just dissolves into the ethereal plane. And so after a little bit, your pant leg kind of comes back and the glue is gone. But the glue dissolves. And you take...
You just get the most slobbery kisses
All right. It is enough.
from the tiny dog.
It is enough. I can't get
And
this out
you
of
are
my
able
clothes.
to take the little bit of oil slipperiness that's left in the bowl and kind of coat one of the empty vials that are sitting on the desk with it. And as you coat it and pour the glue in, the vial becomes clear and you can see the glue. So you now have a bottle of sovereign glue.
He's going to stopper it, put it in his pocket, like raise his eyebrows over at Lemon, like, this is a good find. Now, what to do with the rest of the glue?
Oh, the bowl only had enough to fill one vial.
Okay.
So
This is why I said, do we need dog bowls? Because now we have 3 empty dog bowls here.
yes.
I mean,
I will take
Boy,
one for
boy,
Minion
you-
and one for Boy.
Okay.
There we go.
okay.
All right.
Rocks.
So you have thoroughly investigated this room. You kind of look around. The desks don't really have much else on them. But
Let's move.
that's
on.
it. All right.
Down the hallway.
So
Yeah,
do you
so
go back out the
bowls to
same
take
door
care of.
you came from or out the other door?
New door.
New door. All right.
Like new doors.
So you had already opened this
Let the
door up.
rogue lead the way.
I'm going to check for traps along the way with my passive investigation of 20 series.
I have passive investigation of 21, so I will pick up whatever he misses.
All right.
Very nice. I appreciate
I got your back, my fruit brother.
Passive investigation of 9.
All right.
It's walking along, blissfully unaware. As a mini dog.
So you start walking down this hallway, and you notice there are 2 alcoves as you walk down. The first one comes up almost immediately on your right as you go down the stairs, and there's a lantern with a small a large blue gem inside this lantern. And you look down the hallway, and it kind of curves a little bit more, and you can see there's another little alcove with a second lantern with another blue gem in there.
This is quite homey.
What are these gems?
I will take a look at the gems.
All right. Are you using investigation or perception?
Investigation.
All right.
22.
All right. So you go to pick up the lantern with the gem in it. And as you pull the lantern out of the alcove, because you are using your investigation, a burst of this red powder comes out of the wall. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, dear Lord. Better you than me. It's actually a 16.
All right.
Not bad.
Would this be considered magic?
No.
Rats.
Wait. Okay, I was wondering if you had all
So
the same
with a
ones.
16, you you feel like you're wearing a very old itchy wool sweater for a second, and it's just like you're scratching, but you're able to kind of push it off, and it's not terrible. It's not.
Was this payback for the door with the god semen?
You have to keep saying that. I don't like the.
And then he takes his goggles, and like you can see the little dust. Like
Yeah.
it's like this is why you wear
It's like
goggles.
very good thing you did not get that in your eyes, and your mouth was closed.
Yep.
But yeah, you're just you're a little. It's uncomfortable, but it's bearable and it doesn't really distract you. But you're able to otherwise look at the gem, and it looks just like a piece of glass, just blue glass.
It's glass.
Wait. I'm gonna poke the blue glass.
When you do that, I like your life.
No, what are you doing? Pick it back up.
You pick it up and get ready to step all over
no.
you.
I'm gonna take the glass out of the lantern.
Okay, nothing
happens?
happens.
Is it still glowing?
No, it's not glowing.
Oh.
It's just a blue crystal that was inside a lantern.
Oh, okay. Oh well.
I was like, please stop, so you're sure.
All right.
It's not worth anything. It is not worth anything. Then we move on. You're here for money.
We move on.
So you continue.
All right. Boy.
Hitch.
All right, go
Runs
ahead and make
after
another
it.
dexterity check.
I like the.
There we go. 23.
All right, you chuck it, and this wrench
21. But yes.
goes far enough down the stairs. It hits the bottom of the stairs. And do you guys have light going, or
Yeah,
just using
the wrenches
on the wrench?
has light.
All right, yeah. So as the light goes, you just kind of take your eyes a second to adjust. You both have dark vision, so it's not terrible. But you follow the wrench down the stairs, and it lands pretty much right at the base of the staircase. And you look, and you're in another fairly large cavern. And now do you have dark vision? No. So you can pretty much only see what's right out in front of you with this glowing wrench.
It does go for 20 feet bright light and 20 feet of dim light.
Yeah. So you can see well enough around you, but just looking around, this cavern's much bigger than 40 feet. And you see several large pillars kind of holding up parts of this room because the ceiling's about 8 to 10 feet tall. And all the pillars are supported with additional wooden beams and things just to keep them more stable. And there's a door kind of at the very far western wall. So kind of came down at the northeast corner and straight across is a door. But covering the center third of the room is this black oil-like substance, just completely covering the floor of the middle third of this very large room.
Interesting. I would
I'ma
like to
sniff it.
investigate this.
You go up and you sniff it. All right, make an Arcana check.
Oh, yes, please.
I'll allow you.
Perception?
Yeah, perception is fine.
Cool.
Hate this dice.
12.
12.
Can I make
Looks weird, but you probably wouldn't want to lick it.
Can I make an investigation check on it?
Sure. Or Arcana.
I don't have anything for Arcana. So.
Okay, that's fine.
Investigation. 20. Just same as my passive.
22 for Arcana.
All right. It is the same oil of slipperiness,
That's what I figured.
just covering this
Okay.
room.
May I see some lunch?
With pleasure.
Boy.
Yeah.
How far across is this patch of oil of slipperiness?
It's about 20 feet across.
Okay, what's on the other side?
More of the cavern. It's about...
Okay.
How big is this? I have to consult my map.
Is it just in the center of the room, or is there like space around it? Or that means the same thing.
It is...
It's okay.
Could you walk around it if you want to get to the other side?
Go ahead and make a perception check. Or what's your passive perception?
15.
Passive perception is 15?
And I rolled a 17.
All right. I would say with a 17, you take a good look around, kind of walk to the edge of one room, and it's about... It's about 60 feet wide, and then 80... How wide is that? 20, 40... Another 60 feet long. So it's a oblong circle-ish. But you walk up to the edges of it, and you don't really see a clear path. On the far...
That's fine.
Yeah.
So do you throw it?
You can see some spots where it's slightly more narrow than others,
I
but
go up
that's
to
like
the wall.
against the wall.
And walk up it, and I run along the ceiling to get to the other side of the cavern.
All right.
That was not at all what I was expecting, but that was equally entertaining.
Booties
took
are
the-
slippers of spider climbing.
Oh my god.
You took you took the French words right out of my mouth.
Just runs across the ceiling upside down till it gets to the other side, and then runs
Pig,
back
Pig just has like a...
to fetch it. Huh?
Where in the room do you run across the ceiling? Do you go
Directly over.
Directly just through the center of the room?
Yeah.
All right. Make a perception check. Or investigation.
That's unfortunate.
That's a nat 1.
He does not see his
Dang,
brains
it's really
in-
cool to be on a ceiling.
His brain's
I haven't
upside
done this a
down and
whole
ain't
lot.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool to be on the ceiling.
Yeah. All right.
Do I make it back to the other side?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You get a little bit disoriented as you kind of get to the center of the room and you look around and you're like, wait, which way was I going? Oh, right, this way. And you just keep going forward.
That's wonderful.
Amazing.
And you get to the other side and you can see piles of more broken crates and barrels, as well as several piles of this dull metallic blue rock, very similar to the stuff that was in the bowl in the other room, but this stuff feels far less polished. It's just kind of like stuck into the wall, embedded in there. But yeah, I make it to the other side of the room, and there is a door in front of you. All right, the two of you. You've got a large thing of oil of slipperiness in front of you.
So how do you want to go about this?
He dashes in and slides across.
All right, I have to double check
Cannonball! And, like,
oil of
scoots out of the
slipperiness real quick
Amazing.
because I did not.
Essentially, it would be the same as a grease spell.
Yes, I know, but I don't have that in front of me.
butt. Oh, yes.
Make a dexterity.
Yeah, make a
saving throw,
dexterity saving
or
throw.
you will fall prone. If you
Oh,
fail.
he is already prone.
He's penguin sliding.
10.
You fall. You get one step in and just fall flat on your back.
I'm going to win.
All right.
No, your feet gotta go the other way.
Why am I listening to a dog?
You are getting lectured on how to walk by a dog.
All right, lemon pepper.
How tall is the ceiling?
About 10 feet. And
Oh.
there are 5 pillars kind of just around the room that go all the way up to the ceiling. And then there's a larger pillar on your side near the center-ish of the room.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
How far did I slide real quick before he does that?
You slide...
Because I took a running start. and
You
then
took a
said-
running start. I would say you make it 10 feet. So you're about halfway across. Because you take a step and just fall onto your back and kind of skid a little bit. So you're 7-8 feet, but we'll call it 10.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna use my rope of climbing to
Okay.
make the end of the rope go towards a pillar on the other side.
All right.
Wrap around it, and I'm just gonna pull myself along.
All right. Easy enough to do. You kind of lasso this pillar. And just you see one that's towards from while you're looking at the right side of the room, that there's a small gap between the pillar and the oil, and you're able to kind of judge that distance, be like, all right, if I pull myself across, I'll have a spot to kind of stop before so I don't have to wrap myself around the pillar. So yeah, easy enough to do. It takes you a minute because it is still difficult terrain. Go ahead and make a general athletics check for me.
Boy is just standing on the ceiling watching you.
Do not drool on me, dog.
Oh, there's been so much.
Just like a small, like kind of puddle is just forming.
He's sliding towards it. He's like, ah.
Can I make an argument for acrobatics, though? I mean, it doesn't
Why?
matter. I mean, what? Well,
How would
'Cause
you
I-
how would you acrobatics this rather than pulling yourself across?
because
He's
I
now
mean-
you're thinking
Are you
dexterity
doing
is staying on your feet.
cartwheels across?
well, I mean, all I have to do
Handsprings?
is really worry about balancing as the rope recoils itself and pulls me along. So,
Okay.
I mean, it's not really a big deal. I mean, that's a 17.
17?
Our athletics.
All right.
so.
Yeah, I would say that's enough to be able to pull yourself across. And as
It
you
just would have been a 26 with the acrobatics.
Yeah, you're able to balance well enough because even as the rope recoils, you still kind of have to hold yourself up with it and kind of keep ahead of the rope.
Fig is like, you cheat. Used an item. And he's like swimming over there.
All right.
You have to use that brain of yours.
You know, I don't know what tapping the nose means.
All right. So you're
I'll
able
be
to stand
honest,
up.
I don't know either.
You don't
But people
know
do it.
the nose? Why are you making me talk in French? Stop it.
You're able to stand up and kind of carefully, after falling the first time, scoot your way across very carefully. What's your movement speed?
25.
25?
30. 30. I have my armor. So
Oh,
30.
yeah. Then you're definitely able to make it across without issue. Kind of getting to the end and be like, whew, glad I made it through that. All right.
This has been fun. Let's move on, though.
So
To the next room.
you go
Tiny dog in tow.
to the next room, and well, there's a door there.
There's a wall there. Break it
Do you
down.
go ahead and
It's all
open the door?
mahogany. Fig will step to the side and gesture grandly.
Of course. Investigation.
Alright.
I'll roll for investigation because I can't roll less than 20. So
Yeah.
just in case if it's higher. Okay, so 22 on investigation.
Investigation.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the door.
Doesn't appear to be
All right,
trapped.
cool. I'm gonna try and open it up.
All right. Opens up.
Good. What's on the other side?
It's another set of stairs.
We have more walking to do.
Ready, boy?
Catch. Runs.
Yeah, the stairs go down about another 40 or so feet. And then make a dexterity check.
For the throw?
Yeah, for the throw. 20.
No,
I shouldn't
18.
be making
I
you,
keep doing that.
I'm realizing now I should be making you do athletics for this because you're chucking it.
That's very true.
You
If
have
it's
advantage
athletics...
on it.
What you talking about?
You have advantage on athletics.
Is it in general? I forget why I have advantage.
If you have like a
Oh,
rope
to
of-
escape being grappled.
Yeah.
That would be a 14.
All right. Yeah, you're able to chuck and it kind of clank, clank, clank down the bottom to the bottom of the stairs. Doesn't go quite as far as you'd like it to, but it's enough. The light follows it, and you go down to the bottom of the stairs. Run down, and as you
Minion
reach the
my-
bottom of the stairs, there are two paths. It splits. One going to the right, and you can look down in the how he kind of twists and curves. And then on the left, you look in, and there's another smaller cavern.
I'm just gonna like sniff both hallways
Alright.
and see if there's anything I
Go
can
ahead and make a
discern.
perception check.
Sniff which one smells more interesting.
It's a 13.
13?
Yeah.
Did you roll with advantage?
Yes.
Okay. You sniff. You're kind of getting used to the smells down here.
Mm-hmm.
You don't smell anything, but I will say on a 13, you do hear a little bit more skittering.
From which direction?
It's coming from behind you, it sounds like. And
I turn around.
you turn around, there's nothing there. It's like behind and like above.
I go back up the steps.
You go back up the steps. Don't hear anything, don't smell anything.
No, you just came from this way. Go that way.
Boy, what do you what
I'm gonna cast See Invisibility.
Alright.
what is it, boy?
Nothing appears.
Boy, what's
Fig's gonna whisper to his
Uh,
pack, "Minion, my faithful companion, it's time to vanquish our foes." And pops out.
And I'm also going to cast Detect Evil and Good.
Okay. What,
For
remind
the
me what that
duration,
does.
which is up to 10 minutes, you know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located.
Alright.
Spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by a foot of stone, an inch of common metal, thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Don't detect any of those creatures.
Alright, well that's up for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. Alright.
All right, lead on.
So the two of
faithful
you
retriever.
come down and you see the same thing. You've got one hallway going that looks like it continues down a curved path down the right, and then on the left you can see short path, and then it opens into a smaller chamber.
Is there anything in this smaller chamber?
You look in. Make a general perception check.
I'm ready to punch the bad guys, so. Do your check, Lemon, and then let us move on.
Perception is 16.
Doesn't appear to be anything. There's a thick pillar in the center. With a 16 and your dark vision, you are able to see enough that there's some more of like those blue metallic kind of rocks. They don't look polished or shiny. They're not reflecting the light of the glowing wrench as much as the other rocks, the other blue metal shards did. So they're there, but doesn't seem to be anything interesting in that room.
This place is boring. We need to find something with action or with more
I thought the room with the
money
sovereign
things.
glue was hilarious.
Okay, you may have found it very interesting. I did not.
I didn't like it.
You are outvoted. It's 2 against 1. It was
The
not a
dog
good
is a half
experience.
vote, since he is half a dog right now.
That's true. You are still small.
And Minion is a full-size dog, so we win. Minion raise your paw.
Minion is metal.
How dare you?
I state the fact.
All right.
Minion, ignore him. We are moving on.
So
How
the
long has it
three
been
of you.
since I drank the potion?
I don't know. How long does it last?
Lasts for 1d4 hours. I rolled. I got 2.
2? Yeah, it's been about 10 minutes. Or, no, I would say it's probably been closer to like 20, pushing 25 minutes.
Yeah, we had the whole thing with the slippery pool.
The slippery stuff, and you spent some time investigating things, so it's probably been, actually at this point I'd say probably closer to 30 minutes by the time you guys wrap things up.
Fair. So I'm gonna be tiny for a little bit.
Yeah. All right, so you go right down the curving hallway, or left into the small cavern.
Curving hallway.
Curving hallway. All right. So you start walking down the hallway, and it goes good 80, 100 feet, just kind of curving. There's some more pillars there kind of blocking past, so they get kind of narrow, and you go around. And at the end of the hall, you can see it opens up into another larger room. This one just kind of looking into it from still inside the hallway. You can see it's squared off at the back corner, where you can see from the end of the hallway a door, or a set of double doors, with like kind of wood on the side, similar to the closets you saw in the first room.
Do we notice any traps or anything like that in the room?
Go ahead and make an investigation or perception check.
I'd say 20.
20.
I'm gonna sniff the air again.
All right.
Man, I gotta admit, this reliable talent thing is super nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
17.
keep rolling super low.
What
It's
was
like,
that?
it's
Sniff the
still
air?
20.
I would say you're probably better off at this point. After hearing the skittering, I would say you're less focused now on sniffing and more focused on listening for more of that skittering.
Okay.
On a 17, you do hear more skittering
Instantly.
going into the room. Now, I will say, with an 18 on
29.
Investigation, the two of you, as Boy hears this skittering and is about to jump into the room, you both kind of grab him, which is much easier now that he's smaller. And you stop, and you can see a thin wire across the threshold of this room.
My fine-fingered friend, please deactivate.
Well, actually, what if we just walk over it because it is a trip wire?
Yes. Now, did you make a
Avoid
perception
it?
or investigation check?
Investigation.
Investigation. Okay, yeah, so you would just see the tripwire.
So what if we leave it just in case someone is trying to follow us?
I see the wisdom in your point. Carry on.
All right.
Legs flailing in the air.
Yeah. I'm gonna carry Boy with me. I'm going to step very carefully over.
And
then
you-
Fig will go, and he's like, Minion, each foot, high step over the wire. Him and you.
Alright. And you still have the glowing torch on. Or the
he's got
wrench. You still have the wrench on you?
I always give it back to him.
Yeah. So as you step into the room, the wrench gives off enough light that you can now see 4 bottles placed in corners of the room. There's, as you step in, there's one at the far left corner, where the room stops being squared off and kind of reinforced with wood and becomes more cave-like again and kind of curves a little bit. There's just a little bottle of red liquid. And then there's another one over on the far right corner, which has kind of been carved out more and opens up slightly more than the other corner did. And then you can see a wooden door that has been reinforced with bars, with steel bars. There's a bottle right in front of that door, and then there's another bottle in front of the double closet doors.
What is with these people? It's like they don't want to be vanquished. Ugh. Alright, let's investigate each bottle then.
Right. They all look
Sounds
exactly the same,
time-consuming
just
and
from
boring.
where you're standing. They look the same.
I can't, because you said it was a red liquid in the first one?
Yeah, and they look larger than the bottles you had found in the other room, but they're still, you kind of, you look at them and just this weird red liquid.
Didn't they say this was a mine?
They did.
What was this? We are bottles put around. Like,
This is
who
not...
does that in a mine?
No. Kobolds do it in the mind, apparently.
Are they intelligent enough for that?
I do not know. Stop talking like that around me. I'm picking up a French language.
It brings me great joy.
All right. So you guys investigate the bottles?
Oui.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I will,
19.
do you want to... Okay, I was gonna say, do you want to help
I will
me?
help.
Because that's 20.
Yeah, that'll help.
Natural 20?
No, like...
Just a flat 20? All right. You investigate the bottles, and the glass, as you kind of touch them, feels very, very thin. And
Don't sneeze on it. You may
the-
bust it.
corks, it's almost like this thin sheet of paper on top, and you can see a little bit of the thin silver, well, more like a fishing wire, kind of attached to this paper. And on a 20, you're able to... It goes up into the ceiling for some reason.
I wonder
Kinda
if this was
disappears.
related to the tripwire.
Possibly.
Why don't we just skip over this? Because this is not something that I care about. Do you care about this?
Yeah, go check the bars.
Alright.
Are you still holding me?
I would love to still be holding you, however...
We're going to
I
investigate.
think
Probably
to check the
would've put
bottles,
you
you would
down.
have put him down.
Yeah.
What's your passive
Wait, passive what?
perception?
Perception 14.
Oh, thank the Lord you have something at least.
You do see him going for the bottle.
Which bottle?
That boy.
The one
boy.
that you just described.
I mean, they all look exactly the same.
Yeah. So
he's
the closest
I would-
one.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
try and pick him up by the scruff.
All right, go ahead and make a contested check. So you can make athletics or acrobatics check, and you make an athletics check as you try to grapple him.
Tell his dice.
It's a 5.
I only got a 7.
So you.
What point? Why is it always the same dang roll?
So
Did you say
Luck
bonus?
point.
What is that?
Okay, there we go.
I would.
What are you saying?
Luck point.
Luck point.
You took the lucky feat.
I did.
I'm gonna ban you from taking the lucky feat. You do that every time.
I only do it for characters in one shots
Okay.
because they're meant for fun.
I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 4 twice.
What was your last roll?
It's a 12.
Okay. So you are able to barely, as he kind of almost slips out of your hands twice, just, nope, nope,
Boy!
and
Bad
hold
dog.
him back
Bad
from...
dog. Minion. Watch him. Don't give me that face.
All
You
right.
deliberately went to go for a trapped bottle. God, it's like I'm talking to idiots. All right. You check out the door. Not you. Dogs.
Yes.
Not you, minion. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm talking to...
So you've got the door over in the corner, and then you've got the double doors, and then there's a smaller desk kind of in between the two.
I will check out the desk.
Okay, you check out the desks. I'm going to get towards the door. Investigation on the door.
All right.
That's 25.
Doesn't appear to be trapped.
17 for the desk.
Hard
With
to
the
tell.
25, whatever. With the 25, if there's something
I
up
am
with
just
that
kidding.
door.
You do see another silver tripwire in front of it.
Okay. What's in front of it? So I don't have to worry
Is there
about
anything
that.
on the desk?
On the desk, appears empty. Did you make an investigation check?
Yes.
What did you roll?
17.
17. There's a couple more papers with things written in Dwarvish on them. But they're rifling through it. There's a little like drawer on the bottom. But it's locked.
Oh, lemon.
Yes.
I have a lock for you.
This will require my expertise.
This one. He kicks it.
Alright. Let me work my magic. Because I am a magic man with magic hands, and that is a 28.
Yeah. Unlocks easily, and you open it up, and there are 2 keys.
Give me a challenge next time. What do we do with these?
I don't know, but those are mine.
Good.
Alright.
You have the dog.
Alright, so you go back over to the door.
Your dog.
And I
Give me
will
one
also
of
say,
the keys.
with the
Fine, one of the
25, you are looking at these doors and you're very carefully examining some traps, and you see that thin wire in front of them. And as you're examining these doors, they open towards you. And you kind of put it together with that really high investigation roll. It would be nigh impossible to open up these doors without hitting the wire.
Can I try and rig the wire so that it will not move when...
Well, for most wires, if you cut the wire as opposed to... Because, like, the wire pulls something when you trip it. So if you cut it, then it can't be... Then it's not pulled when you move inside.
Go ahead and make a general intelligence check. Stop
That was
that.
a stretch.
But appreciated.
No. That is, unfortunately, only an 8.
You have no idea how to do that. You don't know if it's...
Okay, what if I have an idea of something, I just don't know for sure if it'll work?
Is it an idea that Noah has or an idea that Lemon Pepper has?
We are one and the same.
Our minds have become one.
What is your idea?
Alright, so if I can keep the tension on the wire and cut it and tie that piece of wire to something else that does not move, the wire will continue to have tension at all times, but be out of the way of the door.
You think of this idea, or Lemon Pepper thinks of this idea, and you look around,
What mad scheme are you thinking of, my friend?
and you don't see anything in the room that could be used to do that. The desk is
But
way
what
too
if
far
I have
away.
something on me?
You have a rod,
Like an
don't you?
immovable rod!
Oh,
Because
Lord.
I think I took that. Let me check. Oh no, I might have. Oh, I might not have that one. Oh no, I don't think I have that one. What did I? No, I have a movable object. That's what I have. I mean, it'd still work, but it can hold up to 4,000 pounds of weight. Okay.
Or just cut it on the end closest to it and cast it on the remainder of the wire.
Genius.
Make an intelligence check. Because does Boy think of this idea? Because
Can I
Trey
argue
thinks of it.
wisdom?
Oh,
I help.
All right.
I had a natural 20 to
All right.
offer this idea.
I will allow you make an Arcana check because it is a spell, but I will allow you to use your Wisdom modifier. No proficiency. Just make a flat Wisdom check.
16.
16, and you rolled
Natural
That makes sense
20.
because I also know
If
how...
we're doing Arcana, that's a 36.
Lemon Pepper is standing there, staring at these doors, going back and forth through the wire, and just thinking, how can I do this? What will make this work? And the two of you come and be like, don't you have that spell? And
I have it from the same source.
from between the three of you, you're able to come up with this idea. Now, walk me through what you do.
Okay. So
Since I came up with the idea, I can also cast Immovable Object.
Okay.
I have an initiative of +6 and the alert feature,
Okay.
so I'm going to hold my action to cast it on the wire as soon as he cuts the wire.
Okay.
I have an initiative of +7.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair. But I can't cut it.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'll give him a dagger,
That's true.
and he can cut yours. Alright, hold on, we got to do this in character. Alright, so I'm going to give you a dagger. Alright? You're going to cut that side of the wire.
Right now?
And... No!
Oh, okay.
Wait for me. Use that noggin of yours, alright? Wait for me to stop speaking, and then...
It's hard because your words take so long to come out of your mouth because you're speaking French.
I'm speaking common, you absolute twit.
Then why
Alright.
does it sound French?
Because... You can understand me,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You can understand me? That means I'm speaking in common?
Or it means I know French. Well,
I reached out, grabbed a glove, and I slapped him across the face with it.
I'm not cutting the wire anymore. That hurt.
It was a glove. If you are hurt by that, then you are
pronounced-
extraordinarily weak.
It's pronounced glove, and it hurt.
Glove? So what is this glove?
Hey, Trey,
Yep.
make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Wisdom save?
Yeah.
Is it against the spell?
No.
17.
You feel this little whisper in your ear
Oh no, trickery.
from a familiar voice that you've heard many times. It says, hey, what if you moved one of the bottles? It's up to you whether or not you want to listen to it. But you just hear this little voice.
I'm going to make a perception check.
Okay?
What do the models smell like?
Mischievousness.
It's a 16.
They smell irony?
Meat tastes irony.
Yeah, it's very similar smell to like a raw steak, honestly. It's
Oh,
like
I'm
it's
diving
kind of
for it.
it's like blood,
All
but
right,
it's
you better
also
make
not.
you better make a freaking check.
It's blood, but
you're
it's not like
slapping
a
him.
pure blood.
Yeah, but my passive insight still, or my passive perception is still 14.
I have a speed of 40 feet.
Are we initiatizing this?
Roll initiative, all of you.
Ooh. Oh, yes. I cannot even
That's a
see the numbers from here.
Yeah, that's a 21.
21.
21?
What? My modifier's higher!
No, roll again.
Oh,
That's
no,
fair.
no.
No, that's fair. That's what I've been doing recently, too.
Okay.
22.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, that's a 13.
Ha, so I got
So,
first.
No.
which
Well,
Oh.
22?
I got 22 for the first one.
Oh, then yeah, you go.
Yeah. So you sniff the bottle, and I assume you're sniffing the one that's right by the door.
Yeah.
Fig's only action is going to be, and now your dog is sniffing the bottles again.
So you start sniffing the bottle. It smells like blood. But to you associate blood with meat.
Yep.
Delicious raw steak.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And you go to grab the bottle with your mouth.
Yep.
I
Do
go,
you-
and
you
I
see
literally-
this.
I see this and literally go, and now your dog is about to bite this bottle.
Shut up!
And then Minion right afterwards will go to what can Minion do?
You haven't touched the bottle yet. You're just going for it.
Slow motion.
So he's no longer moving.
no,
Like I didn't
It's-
catch any of him moving.
I mean, you catch him moving, but this is all happening simultaneously. He is reaching for the bottle with his mouth, and then the two of you get to react to him reaching for it.
Okay.
And
Can't do the what I was gonna try and do.
I mean, you can try and do something to stop him because you are technically going before he is.
Well, yeah, I was gonna try and throw a bunch of ball bearings on the ground and make him lose his
He is close enough to it that there's
He
not
would
time
bump
to
it.
do that.
Yeah.
All Minion does is bark that he's getting close to the bottle, like he was told to do.
Okay.
So
So Minion barks, and so now
I think the only thing that I can do really is, I think the only thing that I can do is
Try to grab me again.
try and grab you.
yeah. I mean, there's plenty of things you can do.
Looking at because all the things that I can do are meant to kill things. It puts me in a very odd predicament when the thing that I'm trying to do stuff to I don't want to kill. So,
All right.
So
I
you're.
think the only thing I'm really gonna do is just give myself advantage on an athletics check on my next turn because I
On
have a
your
feeling
next
I'm gonna
turn?
do it. Yeah, because I have a thing that gives me a bonus.
So you're
I
not
can
going
use
to
a bonus
attempt to
action.
grab him.
He's 40 feet away. From
He's
me.
not 40 feet. He's right
this
next
is what
to
right
you.
next to us.
Oh, he's right
Yeah.
next to me. Oh, I'm gonna tackle him.
All right. Which direction do you tackle him?
As much as I can, away, like to the side, away from the.
All right. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Okay.
Contested, I assume.
Yes. Acrobatics or athletics.
It's only a 7. It's the same thing as last
Oh,
time.
really? I think. Okay, my athletics is only a +1. That's an 11 though.
So you are
You are a
able
miniature dog.
to tackle
tiny little
him.
dog.
That's true. That's
Make a general intelligence check.
true. That's a 13.
All right. You are able to tackle him away from the bottle. I want to see if you rolled a natural 1. But you're able to tackle him, especially because he's still small.
Yep.
You're able to hold him down as he tries to bite the bottle and just barely misses it. You see his teeth just kind of and it wiggles a little bit, but doesn't do anything.
Then Pepper is gonna pick him up, hold him in front of him, and be like, "All right, you are in a timeout."
Ha! The dog got time out.
I'm gonna carry him with me back
right.
up to the front.
Well, no, remember we're right there.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's what is going to happen. We are going to try this again. All right, but you are going to hold on to the dog. I know you are allergic, but you are going to have to deal with it.
Make a Trey, do you willingly get past?
Oh, yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
Good boy. Pant that way.
There is absolutely an attempt at a slobbery kiss, though.
Okay, go ahead and make a dexterity. Make an attack roll.
It better be a disadvantage. I'm holding him by his collar here.
No.
That's a 16.
No.
Okay. You just.
He goes, desist.
All right. So you go ahead, and do you cast your spell?
Yeah, actually, depending on how it's set up, we can cast the spell first, and then cut. Right next to it, I believe. Oh, actually, no. That
No.
might not quite work. So we'll have to cut it. I'll just hold it.
You
cut
rolled a what investigation check or whatever, or intelligence check on the. You rolled a natural 20.
Yes.
So you
for this plan. This brilliant.
You also realize that if you cast this immovable object thing on this wire, the door's not going to be able to open at all.
Right, which is why you cut the wire first.
Yeah. So you'd have to do it in such a way that gives room for the door to open, because if you just cut one side of it, the door is going to get stuck because the wire goes right in front of it.
Yeah.
Right. So like if the door is here, we're going to cut it like here and then only freeze this part.
But then the door still can't open.
Well, no, because this part is just laying on the ground. Because it's the wire is connected into the wall, right? And that's where I assume there's like some kind of pulley or something.
Make a perception check.
Basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it at either side of the door frame.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's gonna cast movable
Okay,
object
so you're
on
cutting
his side. I'm gonna cut it on my side.
Okay, that makes sense. I thought only one of you was casting a movable
Nope,
object.
we are both doing it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Does it go up both sides?
Yes. You as you are looking at it, you can see it kind of goes
Got
up
it. Then
into
yeah.
the ceiling, and
it's
then
not
connects
like we're
these
going
bottles.
to really have an opportunity to use this spell again.
Yeah, no, that's
so
fair.
might as well.
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do
No.
that. So I'm
All
gonna-
right.
Yep. Let's go. And cast immovable object.
Yeah.
All right.
On the tip.
Go ahead and make dexterity checks between the three of you.
Could it be initiative?
No.
Natural 20.
All right.
Oh, I'm not cutting anything though.
No, but you're casting the spell and you're trying to time it with these other two.
I mean, he can literally just keep his paw on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm holding it and cutting it.
Make a wisdom check then.
15.
Yeah, that's enough. All right. So the three of you are able to time this perfectly to cut the wire, and you notice the center part fall, and you look. You follow the wire up. Nothing happens.
Sweet. Open the door.
All right.
You do a number of my heart.
You
my
go to
good
open the
Lemon
door, and
friend.
it's locked.
Pick the lock.
Wait. My fruit friend, you have a key.
Alright, this time.
Use the
Tries a
technology. Lord
Key?
have mercy, what was that?
Yep.
Made me drop my dice.
There. You
To be
use
fair,
the key.
it was already dropping.
The
It
first
was
key you
dropping,
tried.
but I couldn't catch it because he was like, wait.
Hold
I'm
on.
like, ah!
You've got two keys in your hand.
Oh!
That is a good question. Where did it go?
There you go.
Thank you. You use your foot for that?
I did.
This is
Better than
So you got
God's
two
semen.
keys in your hand. So you try the first one.
Gross! Alright.
That is one of my cleverer names.
Yes.
So you try the first key and it doesn't work, and you're like, wait a second. And you try the second key and that one works, and you open up the metal door, swings open, and then behind it is a wooden door that swings out into.
Okay, well, I guess we use the other key on this one.
Yep.
Let's- Wow.
Yep. Door opens.
Peek my head through.
It
Bonjour.
goes.
Bonjour. Je suis Lemon Pepper.
You go down about another 20 feet or so. The hallway goes down more stairs, and then look down and see it narrows into a much thinner hallway.
It's just more stairs.
You're going
There
down
are
a
so many
mine.
stairs in this place.
Well, you agreed to it, and he kind of kicks you further down the stairs.
You kick him down the stairs?
It's like a little nudge.
All right.
I feel like I need to make a dexterity save just to make sure I don't fall all the way down.
Is that over tea
Okay, that's fine. I'm good. That's a 29, so I think I'm not falling down any stairs. Good.
All right. So you kind of leap and like glide down the stairs a little bit. You kind of skid your boots along the little rail that's there.
Am I grinding the rail?
A little
just
bit.
like all the way down?
Just a little bit. You've got like little steel toes in your boots, and you're able to kind of slide down.
Like Michael Jackson doing his dance.
Yes. And you get down to the base of the stairs, and your two companions follow you, and you see where the hall narrows and becomes less natural looking, less like it was kind of already there and chipped away at, and more like this is purposefully carved to be a hallway.
Ooh, I hope no one's claustrophobic.
Down another 35
Why would I
feet.
be afraid of Santa Claus?
Santa Claus exists in Arklands
Surrounded
now.
by idiots.
And you continue down the stairs?
It means you're afraid of rocks.
Oh, you're... There's a very interesting word to use for fear of rocks. Why don't you say fear of rocks?
Because it's a mouthful. Claustrophobia is so much cooler.
Anyway,
Cooler.
you continue down the stairs?
Yes.
All right. So you go down to another smaller cavern. This one about 30 feet wide, 8-foot tall ceiling.
Oh,
And
there's a small ceiling. Like, wait a minute.
there are 3 pillars. These ones, unlike the others that you have seen, are lacking any extra supports. They do go all the way up, and they seem fairly sturdy from just looking at them. But they don't have the same wooden beams surrounding them. And as you enter this cavern, you see 4 passages. One immediately to your left looks to be little stairs. One kind of a little ways up ahead of you on like the north side of the wall. And that one, just kind of glancing, looks like just a small cavern, just right there. It's just got a little tiny hall entering into it. And then on the eastern wall across from you, there is another hall that stretches down farther than you can see. And then as you come around the corner, there is on the south side another hallway that kind of curves a little bit.
Boy, where should we go?
Gonna sniff the air.
All right.
Try and listen.
Make a perception check.
10.
10.
Flash of genius.
All right.
16.
You listen.
Less nose, more ears.
I said listen as well.
no, I was for flash of genius.
And you kind of step into the room a little bit. You hear skittering,
I am running after the skittering.
giggles.
Oh, jeez, your dog.
Listen, he goes where he
And
wants to go.
you hear the skittering kind of stop in the center of the room. You get where there's a large pillar, kind of stop. Make a perception or investigation check.
Perception. 15.
15? Do you have the wrench in your mouth still? Or you gave it
No,
back to him?
he gave it back to me.
Yeah, and you don't have dark vision.
No, but I do have keen smelling and hearing.
Yes, but not sight.
Regrettably.
You look up, and the ceiling is just high enough here that you can't really make anything out for where this skittering might be coming from. And a few seconds pass, and it continues down the eastern hall.
I run after it.
All right.
Boy, point.
He's gone.
I guess we'd better start picking up the pace. Let's go.
All right.
And start jogging
So the
after
two
him.
of you follow after him down the eastern hallway, which is just a very long set of stairs.
Just in case, I'm gonna pull out my 2 weapons.
All right. These stairs go down quite a ways. But after about 70 feet or so, running after this, and make another perception check.
Natural 20.
You hear definitely something coming from the wall and above you. And you pause for just a second because you get ahead of it. And it continues running by you. And
with a natural 20,
yeah,
I assume I'm able to pinpoint pretty much exactly where it's coming from.
yes.
Get him.
I'm going to cast Dimension Door.
Read the description of Dimension Door for me.
You teleport yourself from your current location to any other spot within range. You arrive at exactly the spot desired. It can be a place you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating the distance and direction.
Okay, I would say with a natural 20 and your very keen ears, you're able to discern based on...
And the range is 500 feet.
Yeah, based on the way the skittering sounds. It's definitely on stone, and it doesn't echo, so it's not coming from the current hallway.
Mm-hmm.
But on its location, you're like, there is something in a small passage up above us. And you dimension door.
Yep.
So the two of you are going down this hallway kind of with your tiny little legs, running after this dog.
You watch me just go...
This dog is...
And you get to the base of the stairs where it kind of levels out and starts to curve. And you see him just go whoop, and vanish.
Well, that solves that problem.
And you appear in a very small, narrow tunnel.
I am a small creature.
You are a small creature,
I
which is
am a
very
tiny
handy
dog.
here, because this tunnel is at most 18 by 18 inches. Like a foot and a half by foot and a half. It is tiny. Like, you've never really seen a kobold before, but you've somewhat familiar with the concept of them, and they are small creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And they're almost cat-like in the way that they can move through very tiny spaces.
Sure.
You know, it's like how like cats don't have shoulder blades,
yeah.
and so they can squeeze through things. Kobolds are kind of similar. They can just squeeze through.
Okay.
That's canon now. And you're there, and as you look down, you don't have dark vision. And you don't have anything on, you don't have the wrench anymore. So you can't see anything.
Can I hear them?
But you can hear the skittering stop.
How far away?
Maybe
I think we have a golden retriever just looking down the tunnel. You know how they cock their heads like...
25 feet ahead of you. And then it takes off again.
I'm running after it.
You're running blind?
Yep.
All right.
100%.
All right. So you start running down this tunnel.
I will just kind of turn and give my own like cape thing a look, and I'm going to cast light on it.
All right. So you cast light. And we're going to come right back to you.
Cool.
As your cape lights up the small tunnel you're in. So the two of you, what are you doing? As your dog just disappeared.
I immediately stop running. Facepalm. This is why I hate spellcasters. No offense, of course. You only have.
You've cast more spells than me.
Today, I had a spell that I can.
I mean, as far as I can see it, problem solved.
Probably.
The dog's dead. We're moving on.
Don't say things like that. Let's be optimistic.
The dog is hopefully deceased.
This is not the kind of optimism I was requesting, but let's try and figure out how we can move forward with this.
I like to put one foot in front of the other, but you do it how you like.
Your sarcasm is just on point today.
You also now, as suddenly notice the wrench stops glowing. And you've got dark vision, so you're now in dim light.
He's like, nuts.
No, he's dead! He stopped!
That, or he found something else to lick.
I am
Okay, that
barking
is
as I'm
possible.
chasing the kobold.
Oh,
by the
you're
way.
barking?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You two all of a sudden hear barking coming from Above you? Above you? Question
I
mark?
can't believe he's alive. He's also apparently in the ceiling.
Neither of you have very high wisdom, so you can't. Hard for you to discern exactly where he is.
He looks up. I look behind me.
It's hard to tell where the sound is coming from.
He's not going to hear me, is he?
You don't
Well,
know.
we can hear him.
Boy! What are you doing? Where are you going?
So
I'm gonna start running towards wherever I can possibly
so
discern
the barking
sounds.
is starting to continue down further the hall.
Okay.
And as you kind of go around the curve, and the tunnel all of a sudden narrows to about a 2-foot wide hole.
That's why I'm small.
You're small, so you can fit. It's still a tight squeeze, but you can fit. And more stairs. These 100% no tracks, nothing. It's just stone steps. Some of them feel very smooth, like they were very roughly carved.
Do not fall down these stairs. This will hurt tremendously.
My old nemesis, stairs. Except they are not old, they are always around me.
Yes, and it goes down
Quit being such a dramaky.
another.
I'm sorry.
Dramaky.
A drama key? With
Yes, it is when you're being dramatic. Do you know what I'm saying to you? You know,
Yeah,
sometimes I don't
alright,
think you speak common at all.
I've got to be honest. You are starting to pick up what I think is supposed to be my accent, but I can't understand when you speak.
Dramatic.
Do you mean
Yes.
dramatic?
No, it is. Maybe that's how the French say it. It is dramatic. I read it in a book once.
Spell it out for me.
D-R-A.
Okay, so that's dra.
Dre.
Dra.
So while
It's
you guys
not
are having this
drop,
conversation,
Dre.
while you guys are having this conversation,
Yeah.
you lick your cape, and it lights up.
Yep.
And around you, you can suddenly see, and about 25, 30 feet ahead of you, just starting to round the corner, you see a little red tail.
Running,
You
sprinting
run after it, and
He's like,
you are faster than it is, because you have a movement speed of 40 feet.
Yes, I do. Took the
And you
mobile feet.
quickly catch up as it kind of rounds the corner and starts going down this tunnel that starts to slope downwards a little bit. And you see this tiny little kobold.
Bite it.
And it, as it's kind of scurrying around and kind of looks back at you, goes, "Ah!" and it continues running down.
I am. If I am able to get close enough, I am going to attempt to cast light on something on him.
Okay. Light is a touch spell.
Yep. So if I get close enough.
So let me double check something real quick.
If you target an object held or worn by a hostile creature, the creature must make a dexterity saving throw to avoid
Yep.
the spell.
I just need to go to my page of stuff.
The page of stuff.
My page of stuff that I should have had pulled up ahead of time, but did not.
See,
That's
this is what
the biggest DM mode.
Yeah, this is what's nice about not like knowing how to prep for DMing and not like, prepping things ahead of time, just making everything up at the spot. I don't have to worry about
I just
a
pick
list.
words that mispronounce incorrectly and I go with it.
Yeah.
That's honestly part of the reason why I chose Megamind, because he pronounces things incorrectly.
Okay,
And I
okay. That's where
thoroughly
this
love
is
it.
coming from.
Yes.
Metrocity.
It's pronounced Metro City. My favorite is the I feel so melancholy.
No, it's melancholy.
Melancholy, that's right.
See, I love the way that he says hello. Hello.
Olo.
Oh no, it's hello. Oh, hello.
All right.
I say Olo all
Okay.
the time.
I know, I love it. That's my favorite introduction on the phone. Oh, potato,
All right.
tomato, potato.
So you do catch up with it.
Okay.
And you start to catch up with it right as it starts to turn into there are 2 tunnels as you come down the one that's kind of sloped. It splits in 2.
Hey, guess what? It's 10 o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock.
The big one. Oh.
And it goes down one that kind of continues straight, like it peels off to the right, and the other continues straight down.
Okay.
And it goes straight, and you're able to catch up to it right as it kind of reaches that junction. And dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
That's a natural 1. So you catch up to it, and how do you cast light? You just lick it?
Yeah.
So what do you... It's
That
got...
would thoroughly unnerve the lizard.
on its back, it has actually...
I'm going for like the shirt.
Okay, it's got a good amount of stuff on its back, actually. You see it's got like a little stick with like something kind of like pointy on it. It's got pouches and like vials and things on
spurt.
it. It's got all kinds of things.
I'm glad I killed you.
What did you say?
I killed him with my humor.
Okay.
I've never watched SpongeBob, but I know there's a clip where there's a giant tongue and it licks Plankton's ass and he just screams afterward. That's all I can think of.
That is true. That is something that happens.
Just a scream.
That is what happens as you just lick this kobold, catching the edge of its shirt. It just goes and looks around.
I've been tailgated.
And it pulls a bottle from its hip and smashes it on the ground and then continues down the tunnel. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's rude.
Con save is a 17.
17.
Stop talking.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. I think I'm good. Thanks for that.
All right. This red powder that you had seen once before comes out of this bottle, and just you kind of get itchy for a second, like you get fleas, and then you're able to shake it off.
I'm
And
used to the feeling.
yeah, follow him down the hall, and as he goes into the end of the hall, end of this tunnel that goes all the way back to the cavern, it kind of widens a little bit more, and you're able to keep pace with him pretty well, and actually keep up with him if you want.
Yeah.
All right, so you're running right behind this guy, and he's... Do you want to try and get in front of him, or just stay behind him?
I'm following him for the time being.
All right, so you're just staying right behind him, and he keeps looking back at his shoulder. And as he sees you behind him, he pulls another bottle from his hip and throws it on the ground.
I need you guys to think for a moment. What must be going through this guy's head right now? This guy just licked my ass, and he's trying to do it again.
I am a dog.
You are. That makes it no less unnerving.
That dog, that dimension door right behind you.
Yep. Go
This guy
ahead.
was probably minding his mind, chuckling at himself. Those dumb people. And it's like,
And all of a sudden he's violated.
For the record, I licked his shirt.
You did.
Not his ass.
that was my creative
No,
license.
no. What he said is canon in my mind. So
You didn't even see it.
Go ahead and make a strength saving throw as this
Strength saving throw?
as a pile of these strings.
18.
These pile of like sticky strings, like very thin. It's a thing of silly string. Sticky silly string
I hate it.
that explodes from this bottle. And so it's kind of expanding, and you're able to kind of step over it quick enough and get out of it and continue just right behind this kobold. You're not even going full speed. You're just kind of trotting along behind him. And he kind of stops at where the end of this tunnel kind of widens a little bit. And he stops and he turns around and he pulls his little spear out and he goes, I follow.
If he stops, then I am not stopping my momentum and I'm tackling him.
All right, go ahead and make an athletics check.
I can smell you.
10.
All right. That's a 6. I rolled a 3. So yeah, you tackle him to the ground, and he goes, hey.
He also hasn't heard, unless he's been watching, he hasn't heard me speak.
Please be my prisoner.
All right, so you've got this kobold tackled to the ground, and we're gonna cut back to the two of you.
It is not
As
drop. It is drape.
Look. Alright.
are you having this conversation just in the hallway, or you continue?
I imagine we
had
have
to
stopped.
stop.
You
Yeah.
stopped. Okay.
This is a common occurrence.
Look, if you go through the alphabet, alright? What does A make sounds of? Alright?
Yeah.
Okay?
I follow you.
It is A or A. Dramatic.
It's A or A, not draw. You're going ah. It's A.
Okay, dramatic.
Okay, well,
Dramatic.
I will also
It
say
is drama. It is drama
entirely incorrect.
at ik.
No.
What?
You also pronounce the as ze with your French language, so
I'm sorry.
you cannot
That's-
critique me.
I'm sorry that it sounds to you like I have a speech impediment. I do not. Most of the time. But
I thought it was impediment. Don't we have a dog to get to?
oh, right. Down the stair. Wait, he's above us.
Yeah, you hear the barking continuing further down these stairs.
Well, that's
Right,
where we go.
I guess we go down the stairs.
Onward.
Let's move.
All right, so you can go down the stairs, and it's a good 5, 10,
25, 30.
another 70 or so feet down these stairs, ending in a
I've gotten my cardio for the next 17 years.
yeah, pretty
Maybe
much.
it's solid 20.
God, why does it go all the way back up?
That's the worst.
Ending in something that was probably once a door. It's these beams of wood and iron bars that have just seemed like they were rapidly slapped up against this hole that's about same size as the rest of the hall, about 2 feet by 2 feet wide by about 3 or 4 feet tall, maybe. These things are just slapped up on in front of it, and you can see there are pieces that are bent in several places or broken off, and barely attached to any feasible hinges.
This right here, this is a sign of you don't want to go any farther. And he's gonna open the door and walk through.
All right.
I love the way you think.
What's
My
your
fruit friend.
passive investigation?
21.
As he opens the door, and you get a look at it, you can see several claw and bite marks along the edges, and a couple of them that look like similar size, maybe a little bit bigger, but definitely much deeper than the other ones.
My friend. We. Not we, you. Take a look at this.
Alright.
I'm having way too much fun with your accent.
And are you walking in? Are you trying to be stealthy?
Oh, no, hold on. He's going to say, so, see these? And he points to the claw marks.
It's
Where are we again?
in a very dangerous place.
No. Specifically. We were in a dwarf.
Mine?
Yes, there we go. Dragon marks. What do dragons have?
Gold.
Bing. Let's go get our dog.
Are you you're
To
not.
the gold!
Hold on.
You just
hold on,
shout
hold on.
to the gold.
Yes.
Hold on. I have to do something first. He's like, shh, save the entrance. Wait. You only get one shot at this. You see him like, this is him like thinking, where's the spell? Bingo.
You're just hanging out with the kobold.
I mean, if we're going back to me,
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this kobold has. It looks. Make an insight check.
I'm good at those. It's not a good roll though. I'm gonna use a sorcery point on that.
I'll say, well, I'm not there. I can't help you.
Much better. Cool. That's a 23.
It looks genuinely terrified of you. It is, and you kind of look at it with this like,
Has it been 2 hours?
no.
Okay, I was gonna say
It's
just suddenly
been maybe
flattening
1
full.
hour at this point at most, because you guys did take some time in that other room.
Mm-hmm.
But as you're looking at this kobold, it looks like scared. Like it's got this pointed stick in its hand, but you don't think it's ever really used it before. It's just there.
So I see that he is not a threat.
Yeah. He's just like he's smacked bottles down on the ground and just continued to run like he is genuinely afraid of you.
The growl immediately just stops. It's just slobbering kisses on the face.
Nice doggy. Nice. It's just kind of like very hesitantly patting your head, not really knowing what to do with you.
Can I make a persuasion check, as in like the opposite of an intimidation check?
Sure.
Cool. 27.
He is very friendly.
You quicker, almost as quick as you won over Lemon Pepper.
That dog
Win
went
over
from,
this kobold, and he just is like, oh, you
This
friend,
dog is my friend.
friend, dog speak, dog speak, dog meet other friends. This way, and he kind of you see him move undo this kind of wooden and stone grate from this portion of the floor, and you look down and there's just a hole in the ground, and he says, oh, this way, shh, baby might sleep, so shh. Okay. And he kind of climbs down this hole with you following him. Meanwhile, the two of you...
You see Fig pull out of his pouch an ornate, what is it? Stone and metal lockbox. Very expensive. He goes, laugh maniacally quietly with me. Oh, that was very good. Now, I will cast this once we get in there.
Was that not something for the spell? We were just doing that.
No, that's just because we're crazy.
I love it.
Now, what is to be our entrance?
What do you mean? Like, we want to make a grand appearance?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Completely reasonable that
That's right.
you've had this whole interaction while these two are just conniving.
Yeah.
If we want to get something's attention,
Yes, I
can
do see
get
your
attention.
point. Yes, you are a very attractive gnome.
Well, okay. Well, that's it. I'm not a bard. I'm not trying to seduce whatever is down here, right? I'm just saying, like, I can change my appearance to be much more flashy.
Yes, we do like
that's
flash.
that's how my armor works. All right.
Okay. What are you thinking?
If we okay, so we are thinking there is a dragon here, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if we are not confident that we can stealth by it to steal all its gold, then what we can do is we can lure it away. Okay, dragons are big. I am not. We are very small.
That's true. We like mice.
Yes, we are like the mice. Yes. So if we, instead of trying to hit it head on, okay, we try and find some caverns, right? Some little small cracks and things that it can't get through. I will attract its attention while I am near one of those, and I will quick bolt into them. Then you go, you grab all the gold. Do you have a bag of holding?
No.
This is going to make it so hard to carry all the gold.
So I will not get to use my magic box.
What did your magic box do?
I wanted to go in. I wanted to fight it.
You wanted to fight a dragon?
Yes.
Okay, was that a dog?
What? Okay. First question, very important. Should I choose clay, stone, or metal?
Clay, stone, or metal? What do you?
have
You've got to explain to.
options.
I am not a freaking spellcaster.
No, okay.
More than like 3 spells.
I will do metal. Okay.
I'm just asking you to explain to me what it is that you're trying to do, because
We use this as
it's
a
the
distraction.
how is it a distraction? What is
It's
it?
a construct. This is a
Okay.
This is my
See,
my
this is what
construct that I do.
This is why I'm asking you to, explain things to me, because I don't understand these things. I'm not trained in the arcane arts.
I will be distraction with the construct and minion.
Okay.
You get the gold.
But I can
Let
only
me
hold so much, because I do not have a bag of holding.
You don't have a bag of holding. How do we not bring a bag of holding?
Look, alright. Listen, I did not expect to find a pile of gold here.
Because the dog is
going
a bag
out to
of
see
holding.
some explosions,
That's true.
and instead we come across this. This is a gold mine, a little gold mine.
Did we
Yes,
find?
It's not a literal gold mine.
It isn't his mine.
Did we ever see the powder?
I forgot that you are supposed to.
What
be
if you
using
steal the
that.
powder and if it's in there, I shoot it?
Wait.
Yes, yes.
I have an idea, right? If we are lucky, the dragon is around the powder, right? And I know we really, really want to see a bunch of explosions of fireworks,
One
right?
big explosion.
But yes, one big explosion, and oh my gosh, all my dreams will be fulfilled. I will be fine than seeing this festival ever if I get to see that one time and blow up a dragon.
It'll be brilliant. Okay, so what I will do, I will go in first.
Okay.
Cast my construct.
Okay.
If there is gunpowder, I will blow it up.
Beautiful.
Make sure you're behind me because I will not wait.
Okay.
Then we run. If there is no gunpowder but there is gold, I'll distract it with the construct. You get the gold.
Or
then
as
we
much as I can carry.
Skedaddle. Yes.
Let's see.
I like this plan. All right.
Well, then let me look to
Change
my
your outfit to
inventory.
be more fleshy.
Let's see.
We are both incredibly good looking, so we won't have to worry about that.
This is very true.
The only thing we have to worry about is that dog. I do not hear it barking anymore.
This is quite concerning, to be quite fair.
The
You don't
canine.
suppose he might have a bag of holding?
If he does.
Oh, well.
Who are you talking to? He's not here.
I'm just saying.
We've
that,
been
like,
together
if
for
he
months.
has-
You would know what I have.
That's true.
Okay. Alright.
Time is such a tricky concept for this
Yes,
massive brain.
It
Okay.
is very interesting how it slips through the cracks. You know, you'd think that big brain of yours would be better used, but apparently not.
It's full of other useful information. Like
what?
how to make grand entrances. Are you ready?
That's very good. Alright, I'm thinking like a disco ball, kind of, like everything's kind of
Yes, I like that very
reflective.
much.
Wait, there's no light source down here. Let me see.
Do we have any? You don't have any spells. What am I talking about? And I do not have low-key creature.
Maybe I just have to do bright clothing. Maybe I'll just look like some pompous prince or something. You know? Like really elaborate and very bright colors. Something like that. No?
I think so.
Alright, we do that. And I immediately transform.
I will do Sanctuary on myself. We look fantastic. I had to do that line. Shall we go?
Amazing.
Oui. Alright. And so we will walk down the hall. And
Alright.
upon entering the main cavern, once I see a dragon, I'm going to cast Summon Construct.
Okay. So, you open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Are you being loud about it?
We're not talking loud yet. But we are...
We have to make our entrance, so we're going to be quietly going in first.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a surprise. We got pizzazz.
Okay.
You know?
So you open the door. Make a perception check. Because you are in this cavern.
Oh, this would be hearing. I have advantage. 22.
Oh, good lord.
You hear the door open and two very familiar sets of footsteps.
I run out to them.
You run out. So you two enter this hallway, and I'm going to...
Blessings. Guess what? As soon as Lemon Pepper sees you, he goes, Dog!
Yes. So you two enter this cavern, and you don't see any dragons. You see along one wall there are several stacks of crates and barrels and piles of stuff, and there are more stone pillars around. It's dim in here. It's pretty dark, but you do see a glow coming from the back side of the cavern, where you see Boy run out from behind one of the pillars and run over to you.
Tackle him.
If I don't tackle you first, strength check for the trucker.
just in the air towards each other.
Legitimately.
That one.
We both jump.
And just collapse into each other, and you, I assume, start licking him.
Oh, yeah.
And just... Yes.
Ah, goodbye. I thought you were going to die. I found friends. You found friends.
I have friends.
And as he tackles you and says that, you notice kind of peeking out from behind one of the central pillars is a small kobold head. And then from the pillar in the back where it seems to be glowing, two more kobolds, three more actually. One much larger than the other two, and the third one appears to be fairly small, like it's a very young kobold.
Which one's closest to us?
I will show you.
Oh wow. I guess this means it's time for me to pull out.
I mean, you don't have to.
The map.
But this is more. Who's to say?
Do I need the battle map?
If you want to turn it on, you are welcome to.
Turn it on.
Oh yeah, I got. Watch this. Now we can see.
Wow.
So fancy, right? Look at that.
Please ignore the fact that this is on a calendar.
I need to change my camera setting, so that is very washed out.
Are you still dressed in your disco outfit?
I had it on.
Yes.
Glorious.
Although it's now it's not quite disco. It's just very elaborate.
Mm-mm.
Okay, there we go. Nice.
Trying to not touch all of your wires and stuff.
I appreciate it. I know it's a convoluted mess, but
It's okay.
Fig, upon seeing their reunion, goes, ugh. You can't do a grand entrance to these guys. Where's the
So-
dragon?
Hush.
There's
Let us cherish the moment.
a little
I thought he
kobold
died.
I would do that with Minion, but he would literally
that
break my
sticks his
back.
head out from back here.
Mm-hmm.
And a slightly larger kobold that pokes out from back here. And let's get you guys some characters.
Yes.
Where is the dog?
Dog.
Do we have a dog?
We do.
We got a couple dogs.
What?
Remember, this is a huge upgrade from when we used Entei and a bunch of D4s.
Let me tell you, I still hate Entei to this day. I forget what enemy he was, but he wrecked our lives multiple times.
He just always happened to roll really well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
messing
know
up
if you
my
guys have
background.
little guys you want to use, but we're just going to use these guys.
Use whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Little birds. One of you is a dude and one of you is a little bird.
I'll be the bird. It's the bird's the word.
You
guys come in over here.
Bird.
And boy runs up and tackles you. Just sprinting from around this back corner over past this kobold who doesn't seem to mind that he's there. So you say, I mean friends. And you see these two kobolds stick their ways out, and there is that one there is closest to you.
Boy. Are these kobolds your friends? Boy. Kobolds are the enemy.
No.
Alright, I must admit, Boy is making things a little bit difficult because now he is, for one, he's gotten us into this because I didn't want to do it without proper compensation, but he wanted to do it because, good and stuff. And now we can do it because he's made friends with him.
Are you talking in a normal volume when you say this?
Yes.
So as you're talking,
Lemon Pepper has a wisdom of 8. He has completely forgotten about the dragon.
Same, dude.
as he's,
I do, as you are talking, just
and as as you're talking, the larger kobold kind of comes out and steps up here, and he says, just kind of in. He's not very wise either.
Yay, for dumbasses!
He
We love to see it.
kind of says, "Shh, baby, sleeping. Shh, you disturb baby."
The baby? Oh, I'm sorry.
Your dog told me to shush.
I didn't realize that there was a baby. I'm very sorry.
Ooh, a child.
A child.
A child. He said, "You leave out baby."
We don't want your baby. We want the gold.
No, gold for baby.
Gold for baby.
And he takes a few steps forward, and he's got what does he have? He's got a little dagger that he kind of pulls out and says, "Gold for baby. You leave."
Listen, that is not a real weapon.
Sure.
Lemon Pepper pulls out his rapier. This is a real weapon.
Babies don't need gold, my friend.
Babies can
Adults
have gold.
need gold.
Okay, adults need gold, but
Yes.
babies can have gold. Alright. You are never too young to appreciate the value of this shiny.
That's very true.
No.
You threaten?
Only
He's not the
if
brightest
you want
one.
me to threaten you.
friends.
Oh, come on, I've known him for like 17 seconds. He's not my friend yet.
Make a
Actually-
wisdom saving throw for me.
Actually, it's been about 233.
Oops. 2. Well, sorry. That's wait a minute. This isn't against like a magical effect or anything, right?
It
This
is
just
against a spell.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay. Because in that case, I actually do have advantage. That's not much better. That's a 4. It's either a 1 or a 4, so.
Actually, come to think of it, this kobold very much is your friend. You fall under the effect of charm person.
Wow, fantastic.
Um,
You know what? I actually kind of like this guy. He's got some moxie behind him.
yes.
You're not so bad. We should spar sometime.
Okay, I show you, baby, but shh, quiet.
Did you
Quiet as a mouse.
charm him?
You didn't see him do anything.
He noticed the. Okay, here I'll roll for intelligence then.
Yeah, make an intelligence check or Arcana.
So that's Arcana is going to be 29.
Yeah, you immediately recognize
The effect.
this was some kind of enchantment type of spell. But you didn't see him move his hand or say any kind of do any verbal or somatic components.
Did you magic him?
We friends now. And I can show you, baby, but shh, must not disturb. When he awake, then he help ink with ideas. Come. He help with ideas. And
He looks at boy because you're still like kind of goggy. He's like,
he leads
Boy
the
just
three
trots
of
over
you
with.
back
You must be
to
very quiet. You're already waked the
this
baby.
back corner.
"This is baby."
Where there are two more kobolds. One very, very small and one normal kobold size. And you see a sapphire wormling. A sapphire dragon wormling. Still very, very tiny. Even for a dragon. It's a medium-sized creature. But
So it's currently bigger than any of them.
it's currently bigger than anybody in
That's
this room.
hilarious.
It's the biggest creature here, but for a dragon, which by this point you all have seen, it's a good size.
Upon seeing it, Faye's gonna go, "Son of Miranova, that's a dragon."
And it's just kind of curled up on a pile of that blue metallic stuff that you'd seen.
The Dameron steel.
The Dameron steel, piles of, not a lot of coins, but there's a handful here and there.
Sleight of hand, try and pickpocket a little bit of it. Just like stick it in my pocket.
Alright, you can try. There's enough, it's kind of scattered around. You could pull definitely something.
Alright. That's only a 25.
Yeah, you're able to snag a couple,
A couple more to put in that pouch you have.
you snag one platinum piece.
Just like, he's mine.
From up off. Actually,
I mean, he'd probably be doing it repeatedly. I don't think he has very good self-control.
you snag a copper piece. You realize that's
Man, my
copper.
shoes keep getting untied.
And then you're able to kind of pull.
You! Shut you!
You were able to pull a couple things before. That's a natural 20. The kobold who had charmed you says, "Stop! That's for baby. That's what put back. That's for baby."
Yes, but it is also for me.
You're a charmed person.
You underestimate his love of gold.
All right. Persuade.
I will make. Alright.
Yeah, arguing at this point. Friendly, but arguing.
Yeah, that's only like a 9 persuade. Well, that's
Fig suddenly reaches out and
15
grabs.
persuasion.
What am I rolling against? Like, what would I be
Just
using?
make a general, I would say, wisdom check.
Okay, so that's still a 17.
All right.
Boy just kind of gently bites your
puts
your
his mouth
sleeve
on. Oh yeah, there you go.
and just
Why?
stops your hand.
He's for me. I put it in the other hand and put it in my pocket.
He's gonna. Fig Olsen's gonna go reach out and touch both and go. If this is baby, where's mama?
It is a very good question.
We find and we protect and we bring the gifts and he help ink with ideas.
Hell, ink?
Ink with ideas. And he points to the smallest kobold that you see there, who has this a conglomeration of stuff. Like you had seen, the one that you were with had a handful of little bottles on him. This one is covered head to toe in various contraptions and things. And you see a very small vial of sovereign glue, of oils, and all kinds of mechanisms and things just covering this kobold, like almost weighing it down.
Upon hearing gifts, Fig will look around for the gunpowder.
Sitting right behind where the dragon is. You do not want
To be fair, Fig was just saying
No
that's where
one
the
wants
gunpowder is.
Noah wants to,
Yeah.
but how long does Charm Person last?
Upon doing that, and you kind of
Lasts an hour.
upon doing that though, and seeing him kind of like look at me glazed, I'm gonna go snap out of it and cast Lesser Restoration.
All right,
Alright.
that gets rid of the effect of Charm Person, I would say.
It does not.
I mean, I think it can remove a condition.
Let's see.
I'm not sure.
One condition afflicting it. The
it's a
condition
list.
can be blinded, deaf, and paralyzed, or poisoned.
Do you
so
have greater restoration?
Well, I mean, Charm Person is also a first level spell. I would say,
Dispel magic would also do it.
Dispel Magic.
That's third. I could do that.
We're level 14.
Yeah,
Good.
that's right. Dispel magic then.
Yeah, Dispel Magic gets rid of it, and you kind of shake your head.
I'm sorry, I feel like I was in your dream there for a second.
Yes.
But I'm back. Ooh, I see something that I like. I see lots of things that I like. This is very good.
No, he's
Boys, never let go of your sleeve. Bites down just a little harder.
and
Get off of me.
you notice the dragon kind of stirs a little bit, and the larger kobold says, "Oh, shh, he wake up from nap, and we can show you Ink's idea."
Inks sinks.
idea. And the dragon kind of stirs a little bit.
Hilarious.
I know. I am the best. Yeah.
Did you see the
And-
gunpowder, my friend?
I do.
Kind of blinks its eyes at all of you. And
Lemon
looks
just waves.
over at Boy. Make a persuasion check.
19.
I was about to give you flash of genius, but you did not need that.
Yeah. He looks at you and is just... Huh? And in your head, you hear... Hi? Are you a friend?
Friend!
You friend?
Friend!
Are they friends?
Friends! I'm saying this out loud, by the way.
You bring gifts? Like my friends?
No, but we're friends.
Oh. Okay. Can... And he kind of... Dragon kind of uncurls a little bit. And kind of... Big cat stretch.
We need boom.
Gunpowder.
Yeah.
And the kobold kind of looks like, oh, the boom. Oh, well, we need boom too for ink ideas for the Festival De La Luz. Ink has idea.
Okay,
You're going to Festival De La Luz too?
Yeah.
Okay, so what? Okay.
But-
there seems to be some very bad miscommunication because that is what we are also trying to get it for. Because
The
you
dwarves
have-
want it.
Yes, you have taken it from them, and they needed to do the things with the festival. But if you are also trying to do things with the festival, why don't we just collaborate instead?
Oh, no. Those no like us, and that's why we go to festival in disguise.
Okay. No, I have to be completely honest. The idea of you in disguise is very interesting. Could you show me what your disguise looks like? I'm very
fruit friend
intrigued.
very much spoke what I was just thinking.
Yes.
Please
And
tell me
they-
it is a small trench
And
coat.
you see the three kobolds. Is there only three, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's
I think
four.
there's 4. Yeah.
There's 4. This one over here kind of scurries off. And
He's just
kinda
bebopping
hangs
around.
out, just hanging out, watching you from over there. But the tall one kind of goes and stands and he says, "Okay, ink, box, up." And you see the smallest kobold with all the stuff on it grabs this large piece of fabric, and they do 3 kobolds in a trench coat and just stand on each other's
Amazing.
shoulders,
This is the
and they
most-
have the hood up.
This is the most fabulous thing that I think I've ever seen in my life. This was totally worth the price of
the-
admission.
The smallest one
What's his step?
goes, "And now I make the shiny." And he pulls out it looks to be like a small makeshift crossbow with some kind of orb attached to the end of it. Inside you can see very finely ground blue dust, and he points it up and fires, and it just hits the ceiling, and a shower of glitter falls over all of you. Just this fine blue powdered glitter.
That would make great for a grand entrance.
That would make great for grand entrance. You're so right.
But you can't take it from other people.
No,
Yes, that's right. We'll play the
But
moral point.
and he looks over, and the big one, they all kind of shift as he looks at you. But I make the boom on the ball, and then it makes big glitter.
Wait a minute. All right, I have a proposition. All right, can I set one of them off? Like, let's make this a deal. We don't try to take it, but you let me fire some, because I want to set off explosions.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
All right. Oh, why am I so bad at persuasion? That's an 8.
I would make a
Wait, lucky. I don't think I'm gonna have enough
Okay,
reason to use
13. I don't know if
lucky.
13 would help.
Much better, 16.
Now I'll do Flash of Genius. We'll make it over 20.
All right, sweet.
22.
yeah. Okay.
All right,
you
I
can
have
do.
changed sides. I now side with the kobolds. Let's make some big
but
explosions.
you have
I
to
guess
get
that's
us to the festival and keep us and the baby and the
What's baby's disguise?
baby, and the dragon kind of uncurls itself and sits up and goes and sits next to it, and you hear in your head,
I actually
I
don't.
am pet.
I have a ring of mind shielding.
You feel a pressure at the edge of your mind. Do you allow the
Yes.
telepathic connection?
Yes, I do.
I am their pet.
I see a lot of flaws with this plan, but I like it.
Actually, this dragon's got a +2 intelligence. It's the smartest out of all of them. It's not the best plan, but I think
We shall do a grand
I
entrance.
might be able to, if they cause distractions, to just watch from the outside.
No. You're coming in.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, we need to be very careful about this. We need to think this through very carefully, because if we are trying to get all of them into the area to see, We are going to have to come up with one fantastic disguise. Because I don't know about you, but that does not look like a dwarf. That does not look like a dwarf. That definitely does not look like a dwarf.
And you would know there are other creatures besides dwarves in Kyñavel, just from general knowledge of the area, having traveled. You've been in the area for probably a couple weeks or so by now, just trekking through the mountains.
Or
there were owl folk.
There's a shapeshifters. There's
Changelings
the
are...
changelings, yeah.
actually, that's changed.
Yeah. Well,
that's changed?
changelings are still there because there is a notable fae presence in some areas. There is weaker spots between the planes. So there are changelings in some spots, but where you are now, there's probably not as many.
Or
There are humans.
disguise.
No disguise.
Oh,
Think of it this way.
dwarf.
We go in for a grand entrance.
Yeah.
What's more
Oh, you have
grand?
me sold already. I
But
love
dwarves,
going and
dwarves like us, and we like you. So we help dwarves like you.
Oh, but
He is a very persuasive animal. Look at that face. Could you resist that face? I couldn't, and that's why I'm here.
Look at it this way, my skilled, intelligent friend. We will be security for you as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He goes, what could go wrong? He tries to twirl his pistol in it. Actually, I'll roll for it.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Almost fumbles it, and he's like, we're the best there is.
Oh. Okay.
Did a little flip with one of my daggers.
There you go.
Okay, I think that might be okay, but can they have the cloaks still so they stay warm?
Yes.
Yes, this is totally fine.
Okay.
That won't take away from the grand entrance.
Okay. And the dragon kind of walks over and kind of uses its claws to kind of pull some bits of blue metal. This stuff looks well polished, and some handfuls of coins. It's a lot of copper and silver. But there's a sprinkle of gold and maybe a couple platinum in there, and kind of pulls them into a pile and pushes it over to you and says, I know the dwarves and the other creatures like payment, and since you are protecting me, I would like you to have this.
Wait,
if you keep us safe.
What's your name?
My name is... I don't know. I don't have a name.
Your name is Blue.
Blue?
Sapphire Fire.
I like blue.
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Blue.
We couldn't do Lemon Pepper Jr.
Look, we already have Boy. Boy is gonna name
Boy
something
Blue.
There you go.
Yeah.
The boy and his blue.
Yeah, alright. I will accept this.
Okay. And the dragon kind of circles around where the dynamite is. And there are 3 fairly large crates of it. Kind of circles around for a minute and casts Tensor's floating disc. And all the crates, bless you, lift up on this large plate like thing. Bless you. And begin floating. And say, and the dragon goes, okay, I can't do this for long, but let's go. And I think if we can get out, I can help bring this to the festival, and then will you help me help Ink set up the glitter?
Of course. Ink, and he saddles over to the
The little
trench coat kobold.
Yeah, they've kind of climb down, the little one is he's still wearing the cloak, it's just dragging behind him.
Might I have one of those glitter vials, please? Just one.
Make a persuasion check.
$11.
What do with it?
Entrance. Pizzazz.
Pizzazz! Shut up!
Pizzazz.
I'm talking to ink.
No, don't.
Pizzazz? What pizzazz?
Our grand entrance.
Oh, like broom?
Yes.
Okay.
Make the dwarves like us a little bit more.
Okay. And he unhooks one. It's a smaller one than the others that are on his belt, but
Will it fit in his pistol?
If you want it to fit in his pistol,
There we go.
you can indicate that.
Yes.
And he'll
show you.
Oh, yeah, I have. And he reaches into a little pouch and he pulls out a tiny little orb, and you can see the blue glitter, which make a general intelligence check.
Oh, beautiful. Natural 20.
This is just finely ground. What's the name of that
Dameron
metal?
steel.
Dameron steel. Like, it's not. Dameron steel is an alloy. And from what you've kind of gathered walking through this mine, this alloy is. Well, you're unfamiliar with the creation process of Dameron steel. This blue rock, this blue metallic rock, is used to create Dameron steel. And what these kobolds have done is taken this rock and used the wormling's thunder stuff to finally grind it into a glitter.
Amazing.
This nearly priceless material is being used as glitter.
As it should be.
And he's taken a bunch of it and finally packed it into this tiny orb, and he hands it to you and says, "Careful, it break easy.
De nada.
Do not get in eyes or mouth." And you kind of pull. Oh, I need. No, where get?
Mark it. I'll get one for you.
Okay. And he kind of goes back, and he's still wearing the cloak and is dragging behind him as a bunch of you walk out. The fourth kobold kind of looks around very nervously, and the large one says, "You stay here. Stay here. Bar, stay here." And that's all you really get out, and the rest they speak in Draconic. You can't understand what they're saying, but that says, kind of nods and goes back to the back corner. And so you 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 of you, including the dragon, file out with the 3 crates of dynamite, as well as a couple smaller crates that you can assume are filled with more of this glitter that they plan to launch. And the large kobold and the dragon also are also carrying a couple boards that have been fashioned in a way that you're like, this is probably some kind of catapult that they're going to launch this with.
Fantastic.
The dynamite.
Be.
Sure.
Can I recommend instead a trebuchet?
Sure. Yeah.
Sweet.
You really don't know what it's going to look like when it's put together, but it's something along those lines.
Fantastic.
And you make your way over the course of the next
Half day.
hour or so out of the mine. And then the Tensor's floating disc fades, and at this point, you kind of spend enough time with the dwarves. You're like, oh, I think they had a cart or something over here. And you load things up into the cart. And make your way over the next 10 hours or so to the festival.
I cast Create Construct, and I tie the cart to it, and I just tell it to... Oh, let me see how long it lasts. I don't want to waste if it's only like a minute.
I would say that your dog would be able to pull the cart.
Oh, okay. It's not that big then.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're all small creatures.
True.
True. And by this point, by the time you get out, you're
Full size.
You're full size again. But you all make your way
1 hour. No, I'll wait.
to the festival. The 3 kobolds tucked into the back, and it's not a covered cart. It's just like
It's a little wagon.
it's a wagon, basically. It's got 3 out of 4 sides, so you kind of tucked stuff back, and the kobolds are just sitting there with the cloaks up, very, very nervous looking. The dragon kind of tucked under there, protecting from... It's not cold, but it's probably about high 30s. There's no snow falling, but it's definitely still wet ground. Even for the beginning of summer. It's cold up here in the mountains, but as you trek down, the snow turns to brown dirt, and with little patches of green grass and flowers starting to poke up here and there, and the weather gets a little warmer.
When we get close enough, do we see like a crowd or the beginnings of the festival?
Yeah, after about 8 hours or so of travel, the sun is getting much lower in the sky. It's about 4 o'clock or so. You made good time in the cavern. You see larger crowds starting to gather, and 1 or 2 carts pass you along the way, and the kobolds kind of tuck themselves further into their cloak.
And I figure, don't worry, my friends. They will love you after the end of this. And so he'll cast Summon Construct, Minion. It will essentially pull it in, and once we're like kind of at the edge of the crowd, he'll shoot off his glitter thing and essentially go, coming through, firework presentation. Please and thank you, clear the road.
Alright, go ahead and make a persuasion check. I'm gonna say not with advantage because you're firing a gun
Up
in
the
a
air.
crowd.
Hey, yeah, and I'm small too, that is pretty fun. But no, straight up in the air though. Persuasion, eh? Performance?
I will allow
Persuasion.
performance.
21.
The crowd hears the fire and just jolts and starts parting, and then this brilliant shower of blue reflects the sun that's starting to... It's like getting close to golden hour. And as the glitter kind of floats down, falling through the air, it starts reflecting. Oh, and several kids kind of run out and try and grab bits of it. This old guy kind of gets some in his eyes, like, damn kids. And the crowd kind of parts and lets you pass and doesn't pay much attention to anything besides the boxes.
I love this mega brain of mine.
To the one guy who's like pulling it out of his eye, Lemon Pepper's gonna like kind of lean out of the cart towards him. Don't breathe it in either.
All right. So you all make your way through the festival, and there are a couple guards at like the town gates, because you guys did that kind of just outside the gate of the town. There are a couple guards there. Each of you make a persuasion check.
All right.
26.
Flat 10. 26.
Yep.
Dang.
Jeez.
21.
All right. So you kind of come up with your flashiness, and the guards are just looking at you like, what the hell is this guy's deal? And then they see your beautiful golden retriever.
Hi, friends. Hi.
Oh, it talks.
Hi.
Oh,
Yes, the problem is getting it to shut up.
Hi.
hi there, little guy. And he starts petting you and rubbing you.
And that is why I have persuasion.
Yep.
Oh,
Makes
are
perfect
you
sense.
here for the festival? You gonna see some lights? Are you ready for? Oh, you all have the fire. Oh, you have the fireworks.
Yes, we
We're
are.
with the
Oh,
dwarves.
Yes.
Excellent. Oh, and he takes you with a 26 and a 21. This guard looks over and says, I'll be right back. And he's just like petting you as he's leading you through the crowds and helping you part the ways to get you over to kind of a back corner where you see in the distance the three dwarves you'd spent the night with setting stuff up, and the guard waves to them and says, they're here, and the dwarf you'd spoken with earlier, Ricardo, runs up and says, oh, thank goodness. Oh, we were starting to get a little worried there, sun's getting down, but you've made it. We've got plenty of time to set everything up, and
Good. Change of plans.
There is something even more spectacular in mind here. Just trust us. We have the supplies. We will take care of the preparations for you.
oh,
And he takes a small pouch of the Dameron steel, puts it in his hand as it's outstretched, and goes, for your troubles. Now, thank you for getting it started, but our friends will take it from here.
what? You got this in our mind. This was your payment. What?
Funny how that works.
What? What?
Look,
And he goes around to look in the back of the cart.
my friend.
And-
Let me explain to you something. This is supposed
Doesn't
to
see
be a
anything.
surprise. Trust me, this will be the most fantastic thing you have ever seen in your life. Trust me. Look,
It's gonna be good.
Look, all right. Let me put it to you this way. I am no longer interested in you letting me set off fireworks because this is so much better. All right, trust me. If I'm willing to give up that, you know it's got to be good.
Make a persuasion check with advantage, because I will say you're helping.
Wagging your fluff tail.
All right, that's a flat 20.
Flat 20. By our very experienced based policy,
But you promised we could help.
yes, help, but we have to make sure this is organized and
Yes.
not going to injure any involved, so
What if you oversee what our friends are doing?
your friend?
Yeah, friends.
As
Oh.
Dog calls them.
Please, do you really think that we are intelligent enough to set this up? No, we found someone who's better than us. Come on, we're not that smart. We're not that safe. We found people who are. That's basically it.
And where are these people?
Come on, friends, come on.
There's a shuffle in the back of the cart from under the large
Yep.
cloak, and Ricardo kind of peeks around. No, absolutely not.
But you precious.
Lemon Pepper is gonna grab him on both sides of his face. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Alright? This is going to be the most amazing thing you've ever seen in your life. Trust me. This is alright, no one will get hurt. My word of honor, I will ensure that nothing goes wrong. I will be completely responsible for
Make a
this.
persuasion check.
Come on,
Just
can I
flat
help?
roll.
Can I help him by giving it? Can I explain my help?
Okay, explain your help.
This may actually go towards intimidation. Never mind. He's going to go.
I have an idea if this doesn't work.
He's gonna pull out his pistol and go. It'd be such a shame if Baby didn't get to see her fireworks. And he sees the dragon put his head around.
He just make an intimidation check. You make a persuasion check still,
Okay.
but you make an intimidation check.
15.
What
Don't
was
you
yours?
still have an inspiration too?
I do. But I'm going to do Flash of Genius and make it a non-natural 20.
Okay. Mine's only a 12.
You can also get Flash of Genius.
Wait, you can give it to 2 people at once?
No, I cannot. That's why it's a reaction. I have 1 reaction.
That's a dragon. Why is there a dragon
The dragon's really smart.
Wants to see the fireworks.
The dragon's a friend.
Dragon can see the fireworks that my brothers and I are doing. I don't know what's this
Because...
Okay, listen. Alright.
that had raided our minds,
Shh. Right, okay.
covered us in
You're thinking too much! I'm gonna give him a little slap across the face. Listen to me. You are. I gotta listen to me. You are thinking too much, right? This is going to go great, alright? Look, I will buy. Alright, you wanna get drunk? Let's go get drunk, alright? It's gonna be the best thing ever. Come on.
Plus, you said they could help.
Out of curiosity.
And I'm going to cast Modify Memory.
Okay. What's the
I'm also going to use Meta Magic to heighten it, which means that he has disadvantage on the save.
Okay. I did not make a stat block for this guy, so I'm saying it's just a flat roll. Because I don't imagine his wisdom is very high.
It is a Wisdom save. DC 18.
That is a natural 1 and a 2.
I love it.
Oh,
She said natural 20.
Making
Use
Mama
my
proud.
inspiration.
you very much are.
And I'm going to, in very much the spirit of one who may have come before, modify his memory so that when it was revealed, we were able to convince him, and he said, okay, they can do their performance. The details are, like, I have a 10-minute period I can adjust, so the details, like, I could go into more detail, but, like, that's the gist of it.
Okay.
Probably a few minutes of convincing, but then, ultimately, him agreeing.
Well, my brothers are not going to like that I did agree to this, but I am a man of my word.
They're friends!
So,
Good friends!
we will be there to oversee
Yeah.
and supervise and ensure that their ideas do not injure, but they will be an enhancement to the performance that we have already set up. Because I did agree to this, to
Trust
them
me,
helping.
This will be legendary. You're gonna be doing this every year afterward.
Okay, and he... Yeah?
Beautiful.
Goes
Well done.
over and says,
That was very well done.
Come now. This way.
Blue! I can't
Blue.
point, I don't have a...
You can point with your nose.
Or your tail.
And
My
the
tail's wagging way
the
too fast to use a
dragon-
point!
Blue
Exactly.
exits the cart first, and the other 3 kobolds, the smallest, still wearing the cloak that's just dragging on the ground
Yes.
behind him,
Amazing.
follow behind, and Ricardo kind of keeps them out of sight from the rest of the crowd, and he looks at the 3 and says, "No one can know about this. This is between us."
Cross my heart.
The other will die. If someone so much as looks at them.
Yes,
Alright.
I have no quarrels or qualms with ensuring secrecy.
Insurance is our favorite hobby.
I'm not going to ask any questions about that, okay.
It's for the better.
And he leads them back behind a booth that they have set up, and Ricardo, or his 2 brothers, Ernesto and Juanito, are sitting back behind there, kind of arranging things, getting them ready, opening, all the caps are opened on the fireworks, and they're kind of prepared for the gunpowder to be in them, and all the pieces to be arranged. I don't know how fireworks actually work. That's fine. This is a fantasy world. I can work however I want them to.
That's right.
There's a big crate that says imported from paradise on the side, or made in paradise.
Of course.
And Ernesto sees the kobolds and the dragons. Ricardo, what are you doing? Well, I said that they could help, and they have a idea I think might enhance the show, and just go with me on this, and hopefully it does not let's just have hope. Okay. And the group of them, with Ink, the smallest kobold, taking out little pouches of the Dameron steel, and you can see just on the faces of the three dwarves just almost in pain as he puts this very valuable glitter into some of the fireworks, and with the help of the dragon Blue, arrange this half catapult, half trebuchet. Like, it was originally a trebuchet, and then bless you. With the help of the three dwarves, they kind of convert it into something more akin to a catapult that's going to go up very far and not up and back down immediately. And they get everything set up over the course of the next couple of hours. And as the sun begins to set, a crowd begins to gather as the festival, you see little lights start going up on all of the buildings around. And you weren't really paying attention when you first came in to the town, but looking around now, despite, like, there's still some bits of snow on the ground, some of it's melted and been pushed into piles, but all of the buildings around here are the most colorful things you've ever seen. They are painted in beautiful shades of yellow and teal and reds and pinks, and there's a handful of like these brilliant deep purples, and all the shutters are painted different colors, and the doors, and there's wreaths of flowers around everything, and every single inch of the buildings, it's like Christmas lights. So like, you know those web Christmas lights that people will sometimes hang up? It's like every house is covered in those. And there's dancing lights just perpetually flying over some places. There's kids now running around with these little sparklers running through the streets. And it is, despite it being almost dark, it's starting to feel like daylight. As it gets darker, the area almost seems to light up more. And it's just this incredibly beautiful sight that nothing you have ever seen. And as the sun sinks below the horizon, there's about 5 or 10 minutes pass. The last bits of daylight leave. And an announcer comes over the speaker and, speaking in common, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Festival De La Luz. We are pleased to have once again the Brothers Three, or Hermanos Tres, gracing us with a beautiful display of fireworks. We've been told that this year is extra special. If we will please dim the lights so we can see the beauty and welcome the summer. And at that time, all the lights dim just slightly, enough so that it once again appears dark. And you three are sat pretty much front row, and you're on like these chairs. The brothers had brought out these 3 lounge chairs, like those pool chairs that you can kind of adjust the back so you can be laying straight down and looking right up at the sky, which is covered in stars at this time of night. Or you can sit them up a little bit more if you don't want to be laying flat on your back. And a minute passes, and you hear whispers among the crowds. And then, poof, the first firework shoots off, and a burst of brilliant light fills the sky. And almost immediately after, a second rocket fires and bursts, and it's a shower of blue glitter, illuminated by the firework behind it.
Nice.
And it just reflects like diamonds throughout the sky. And boom, 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 one after another, over the course of the next 30 or so minutes. And the glitter is spaced out enough to last the whole show. And ending with a brilliant finale of multicolored fireworks that arrange themselves in a large circle. And in the center of that circle are what you recognize to be a large snowflake. And then as the snowflake fades, the circle remains up. Just this brilliant lights around it. As the snowflake fades, another firework goes up and explodes into a shield with 3 mountains.
Nice.
And as that shield goes up, a giant burst of this blue glitter fills the entire thing and falls down to the earth in a light flurry of
Big's gonna
beauty and light.
talking to them and go, how much is Dameron steal again?
You can collect it. It's falling to the ground.
Look, I'm not going until it's a broom.
You all are covered because this is happening literally right above. Like it's enough back that you can see the images pretty clearly, but there's like a light breeze that kind of blows a lot of the glitter down towards you every once in a while, and you are just covered in just glittery dust.
You were quite right. This is very nice. But next time, let's just steal the stuff.
I go to Ricardo.
Okay.
I can. You should give
very true.
credit for the show people. We want to be friends, right? Yeah.
Right.
He kneels down and kind of scritches your ear and says, "You are a good boy."
Yeah, that's my name.
Not everyone here is a good boy.
Yeah, I know, but
Not everyone here is kind to these kinds of creatures.
but how are they gonna start?
Make a persuasion check.
Gotta give people a chance. I'm gonna use a sorcery point.
All right.
Do you need a flash of genius?
I wouldn't be opposed to
You
it.
are not around. You are still sitting there. He went up by himself.
That's right.
Okay, that's a flat 20.
It's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
If people come up and ask, I will tell them. If the little kobolds feel comfortable with it, they may stay. Mis hermanos and I have been talking about reconfiguring some things with our minds, and especially with Blue. It could be a great help to us and a lot of the people, and honestly having a dragon around is not a bad thing to do. We'll see. But... And he kind of looks out over the crowd, and it's just... There's kids running around trying to catch the packs of glitter. There's adults whispering to each other and saying, this is amazing, this is the best show they've ever done. We'll keep doing this. And I think their skills will be in high demand. But to be honest, the Dameron Rock is... can be hard to come by, and it is not a renewable resource necessarily. So we will have to see what we can find.
You could, could just collect this one.
That's a lot of glitter. We'll see what we can do. We'll see. But you are a good boy.
Yeah, it's my name.
Yes. Now, go enjoy the festival.
Runs off. Just is playing with anyone who
Yes,
plays with him.
there were little kids running around who are just like gawking and like running over, and the parents like, no, wait, who owns this dog? Whose dog is this? There's a dog without a leash, please.
It's not my dog. Not today.
It's his.
You shut up.
Take ownership of your dog.
And as the fireworks end, the lights go back up. There's claps and there's cheers. You have that wonderful conversation, and the festival continues. And there's music, and there's people out in stalls, and this festival continues. Well, it goes until sunrise. It's the whole night.
Hey, Lemon. We did something good.
No, we did.
Let's not make a habit of it.
Please, I never have any habits whatsoever. At least not any good ones.
You have a habit of speaking in French.
It is common. I just happen to have an accent. Alright? It is different in a language.
I don't think so.
You absolute idiot. You imbecile moron.
Now, there's no need for that kind of language.
Yes, there is. You dumbass.
So with that, you all enjoy one of the most beautiful nights you've ever had. And we will end the session there. Thank you all for joining. We hope that you enjoyed, and will join us again next time for whatever adventure may lie ahead of us. Have a good night.
Toodles.